Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the force. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in and night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog. I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young boys in a school gun. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
The brother's gonna work it out. 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 The brother's gonna work it out.
Buddies. It's Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez. And with us as always, Fezzy, it's the man with the plan, DJ Black Earl.
Hiya.
Nice, Earl. Is that lingo? Is that street lingo you're laying on us today?
No, not at all.
Street lingo, Fez. Fez is trying to do something new today. He's gone 45 minutes without talking, he says. Now, so people know that you're there, clap. Say Fez is here. How you feeling? He can't do it. He can't do it, Earl. It's not going to happen. Fez was telling me today he hates the Lutheran faith, and he all right, let's do this to see if I can make him play password. Ready? Todd Hill. Hell yeah. Todd Hill. He won't do it. He's not talking, Earl.
What happened?
Just a little something he's trying for himself. He's a big admirer of tellers and wants to see if he can do it. Todd. Hell. What?
Nothing.
I just hear this very slight Watley. Well, big elections, I guess. Virginia's got a new Democratic governor. Jersey got a Democratic governor. New York City's got Bloomy back, the big Republican. And I guess he went large, but not as large as the Post was saying a couple days ago. What do you want to say?
That's ridiculous.
All right, good. Well, I thought you went pretty well, though. How long was it all together? Earl, how long did you hold
About
up?
2 minutes.
Yeah. All right, let's try it for me for the next 45. Let's see if I can go 45, okay?
You can.
Let's start. Tell me when we're ready to start.
You have now.
Say it.
No, come back.
He just broke it. When you said go, he goes, see you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Earl. Yeah, so Bloomy, the biggest Republican...
Did you just say blow me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The biggest Republican mayor win in history, but I think you're right, yeah, not nearly as far apart as the polls had it.
He won like 19%, but you looked the other day and they said it was going to be 34 points.
Yeah, so all of a sudden everything started jamming up on him.
He lost the Bronx. That was his problem. He did not sweep the BX, the boogie down.
I watched Fernando Ferrer's concession speech last night. That man is looking more and more like Howard Sprague every election.
Yeah, he's a Latin Howard Sprague. What is his normal gig when he's not losing elections?
Was he borough president before?
He was Bronx Borough president, and I think he's...
BBP?
Yeah, I think now he's officially a 3-time loser for mayor.
Wow, that's just hideous.
Now his job is just running for mayor.
Yeah.
Every 4 years.
You know what? Never play that even the losers get lucky sometime petty for him, because that's what confuses him. And what happened with Arnold? I know there was a lot of things in California Arnold was trying to win.
He had like 4 different propositions up on the ballot that he wanted to... He couldn't get it passed through the state legislature, so he put it up on the ballot for the voters to decide.
Let the peoples talk about it.
So all 4 got voted down. Arnold, clean sweep. He got everything he wanted, got wasted in California.
Wow.
Of course, he had turned on the teachers. He was trying to make things hard for the nurses union. You know, all those groups that the people love to hate.
Well, that thing that he said that the state can come in and take your children, I knew he was going to lose that one. Why even put that up there? It's just a waste of time to have people vote on that. So you said you got a new poll, Fez, about the average American, the regular Joe.
That's right. I do have that.
Here you go, Fezzy.
I lost it.
There you go. I got one.
This is actually from a marketing consultant. His name's Kevin O'Keefe. So he's got a new book out called The Average American.
Right.
The Extraordinary Search for the Nation's Most Ordinary Citizen.
All right, let's see who's average, me or Earl.
All right. So he's come up with these demographic facts about the most average American.
Just regular Joe, as you would say.
Lives within 3 miles of a McDonald's and 20 minutes of a Walmart.
No, then I'm not average. I live 3 minutes of a McDonald's, and I don't know where the hell a Walmart would be close to me.
Yeah, I don't live near a Walmart.
I live near a McDonald's.
Nice, Earl. Do you go down all the time?
No, not at all, actually.
You call it McDonald's when you go?
That sounds like my father.
And all the fries you can give me. All right, so Earl and I not average there.
Can name the 3 best-known Three Stooges.
Yes. No problem.
Yes. Okay.
Earl?
Name them, Earl.
Larry Moe and Curly.
And then throw in Shemp, and you're on your way. All right, go ahead.
And Curly Joe eats ice cream once a month.
I do that. Earl?
Nope, not at all.
Way more average than Earl.
Lives in an owner-occupied home.
Not anymore. No, I don't.
Me neither, but I do eat the ice. I'm above average on the ice cream, by the way.
By rent.
Spends most of his time indoors.
Let's see. You sleep 8 hours a night, so are you, besides that, inside another 4? Yes, of course you are.
Yeah.
You work inside a place. How are you going to be outside?
Unless you're a deer or something.
Yeah, unless you're a camper. No.
It has direct access to 1 or 2 motor vehicles.
Not anymore.
Nope, me neither.
I guess would public transportation count?
No.
No.
Of course not.
No, I don't.
Motor vehicle.
Your strap hanger? That's not what they're talking about.
Regularly wears a seatbelt.
No, never do. I think it's for pussies. I call it the pussy belt, and I'll scream at the kids if I see them putting it on. It really, to me, it seems like it's like a jinx for me in the car. And it's like when I'm driving and people put on a seatbelt, I feel a lack of trust there, and I don't want to deal with it.
I always buckle up for safety's sake.
That's why I wouldn't let you in my car. That and my no fag rule. All right, what else you got?
Attends church at least once a month.
No.
Yes.
No.
Not only that, but if I'm walking down the street and there's a church on that side, I'll actually change sides. I will change lanes so I don't have to look at it.
That's when when the kids not buckled up end up falling over to the other side of the car. Is in bed before midnight.
No. Oh, in bed maybe, but no, rarely asleep. I'd say no to that.
No.
I'll say no. Has a garage.
No. What am I going to do with a garage? I just told you I don't own a car anymore.
Has at least one married couple living in the household.
Yeah, I do.
Nope.
I don't.
Well, you can't get married. That's not your fault.
Makes love at 11 p.m. What does that mean?
During the news.
Has sex 116 times a year.
A month.
Is between 18 and 53 years old.
Now, that's the stupidest one yet. Because who doesn't fall between that? You're looking at people that it's tough to fall on the other side.
You're taking in baby boomers and Generation X there.
See, it would be cooler if it would say is between, 31 and 33 or something.
Right,
then I would feel like, okay, we're on to something.
Then you've nailed down the average person. You're like actually painting a picture. Became sexually active at 14 years old.
Yes, exactly.
No.
No.
Weighs between 135 and 205 pounds.
Almost.
Again, I'm above average.
Yes, I do.
You do?
And again, that's a nice long swath that they've cut there.
Drinks the milk from his cereal bowl.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't.
I don't like to waste.
I do.
Gnarls me.
Then why even put it in?
Sees the dentist annually.
More than that.
Has at least a high school degree.
Yes, finally. I feel good about myself.
Yes.
I feel good about my level of education.
Throws out 100 pounds of food a year.
Well, who would know that? What do I do? Weigh it before I chuck it?
Has an annual income of between $15,000 and $75,000. Again, wide berths here.
Yes, just a crazy wide berth. Normally you're happy if you go up a couple grand.
Spends 48 hours a year shopping at the mall.
No.
Nope.
You got to put me down for 0 there.
I probably don't even do that much, and I go to the mall a lot.
You'd have to grow a vagina to shop 48 hours.
Wears glasses or contacts? Yes.
Yes.
I wear them both at the same time. I want to see better than anyone else.
Laser vision.
Thank you.
Believes in the right to bear arms.
I really have no opinion.
Has fired a gun.
Yes.
No.
In anger. Actually, it put in parentheses that I've done it in anger.
Even more average.
And sometimes in the hope to get the girl back.
Lives in the Eastern time zone.
Yes, I do.
Got that one.
Except for in the summer.
And finally, doesn't sing in the shower.
No, I sang like a son of a bitch in the shower.
Nope.
One time I brought a banjo in. That's how much I like the musical shower time.
That's a good way to ruin a banjo.
Well, to me, every banjo sounds ruined, no matter what. So what does this prove? This guy writes a book about this?
Yeah, he said he's trying to find the average American citizen and nail it down.
Likes food. Wears shoes. That's not a book. That's a list.
And there's no way for him to prove it. He can just say, I traveled around the country and talk to people.
Well, most of those things do seem like they're somewhat average. But, again, I don't like the wideness of it. I would like to hear exact figures.
Yeah, 36 years old, 5'11".
Right, whatever.
Something like that.
Here's the average guy. White.
Now that's average.
Earl, you're above average. You should feel good about it.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, it is the Ron and Fez show. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Fez and I went out to lunch with our buddy Ken from Portland yesterday and had a big sighting, big celebrity sighting at the Brooklyn Diner, Earl.
Whom should that be?
Here it is. Murphy Brown, the TV show Murphy Brown, her boss, Miles.
The great Grant Schoen.
Oh, you even know his name. I didn't know his name.
Yeah, Grant Schoen.
Yeah.
The years have not been kind.
Oh, did you really think? I thought he looked okay.
No, because when I first saw him, I go, that looks like that guy, except he looks a little too weathered to be him.
Yeah? Well, I guess he's got to be around 50, right?
Yeah, and I guess I didn't realize how long that show's probably been off the air.
Yeah. Again, it went off, early 90s?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Kurt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Boys, I hate to disrupt the show, but I got an itch, and the only cure is more fatty pneumonia.
The fatty pneumonia song, huh? Now, do we have
Can't get it out of my head.
There's a couple that have been sent in to us. One is Paranoids. That seems to be the big one. And you can listen to that.
Yeah, you can download it at thecosmiccircus.com.
Right. We always want to plug that for him because he wants to push his website. And then the one by Airsick with Billy. And then did we get a new one?
We got a couple of new ones. We got one from Bobo and one from Ogre.
All right,
I think they're both from Ogre. I'm not really sure.
No, I think you're right. The first time, one's from Bobo,
and one from DJ New Style too.
Really?
Yes.
So we got 3 new ones.
Actually, it's one from Bobo, one from DJ New Style.
All right, my childhood diseases and obesity have become a muse.
Well, what was Ogre's? Oh, Ogre gave something about T.O.?
Yeah, he gave the T.O., and that's why I crossed
so, Fez, do you want to hear the new ones or the classic Fatty Pneumonia?
Let's hear a new one.
Yeah, all right, let's listen to a new one. Who's this one by?
This one is by Bobo.
Yeah, go DJ first.
You really want to.
Why, you're worried about it?
Well, it's just a little slower.
I haven't listened to any of them. You feel strongly about the Bobo, then?
Well, they're about the same, quite honestly.
Wow. Should we play them at all?
I think we should let the listeners decide.
Uh-oh. When Earl doesn't want to commit, the man who throws accolades at every song that's ever been done in the world.
I'm being diplomatic. No, because I don't know how people are going to react one way
But your
or the
diplomacy is no endorsement.
Well, yeah, what about your own feelings?
The Bobo one's a little out there.
All right, let's listen to whatever you want to throw in first.
Okay, here's Bobo's.
Yeah.
Fatty pneumonia don't say hello, he says hey. Fatty pneumonia just eating all day. Fatty pneumonia staring out his window. Fatty pneumonia has got nowhere to go. Well, fatty pneumonia, baby. Fatty pneumonia, listen to him wheeze. Well, fatty pneumonia has every known disease. Fatty pneumonia, his friends add up to zip. On earth too, baby, fatty pneumonia is hip. Who would allow a child to live this way? Fatty pneumonia will grow up to be gay. Well, fatty pneumonia, baby. Fatty pneumonia, just listen to him wheeze. Well, fatty pneumonia has every known disease.
All right, so that was Bobo's little bluesy Fatty Pneumonia. Fez, as a kid, did you ever think that your nickname would become Something that songwriters would latch onto?
No, every day I kind of hoped it would go away.
Ah.
And that, people would call me Fez instead of Fatty Pneumonia.
Or Todd. You know what I really like about this is the fatty pneumonia craze has gone nationwide. And it's actually being shot into space through a satellite and spread out around the country, which is great.
And Bobo's made a sad story even sadder, I think.
Well, that's why it's the blues, Fezzy. No one's supposed to be happy during the blues. It made you feel blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked. All right, put that one down as working. All right, who's next, Earl?
DJ New Style.
All right, let's hear DJ New Style.
He's locked up in the house as the pudding flows like wine. All the children in motion playing games as they exercise outside. They look in the window and what do they see? An overweight boy breathing heavily. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia, whoa, no, put that pie down. Fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia, fatty pneumonia. You're all alone, no time to play. Yeah, no time to play. They're playing baseball and football. He's stalking little Debbie and inhaling moon pies. They're running around and laughing. He's overweight behind a window with tear-filled eyes. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Leave your home. You can't play games. You can't use a phone. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. When will you learn?
Well, Fez, you gotta feel great about yourself with the fatty pneumonia songs coming in.
That one I could actually see an animated video to.
Yeah, that's
in my
nice.
head.
Yeah. So you see yourself as a cartoon character.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the Paranoid, and then we'll move on, Earl. This is the classic one that people keep writing in about and saying, how do I get it? Well, there's a way if you want to download it.
TheCosmicCircus.com.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia. Fatty pneumonia.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty pneumonia never left the house. All the neighborhood kids used to scream and shout. Hey, look at Fatty staring out the window again. Fatty always had food, but he never had friends. Mama never let him out. 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 He was always too sick to go out and play.
Fatty pneumonia!
One day, Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
One day, Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty made love to a cupcake.
Fatty pneumonia!
Fatty made love to a cupcake. Fatty made love to a cupcake. Fatty pneumonia.
All right, there you go. That's the classic. I admit this, Fez. Sometimes I'm walking down the street and I go like this. Fatty pneumonia. Now, during that song, I got this message handed to me by one of the kids. BL called and needs to talk to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Always a scary proposition when one of your friends from the past calls and you're like, they're calling during the show. They don't want to be on the air. Somebody's got some kind of problem.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say the main jinx.
Right.
Now, I got not too long ago, I got a note handed like this from like a high school buddy that I hadn't talked to in years. And it took me an hour to call him back thinking, I got to prepare myself if I hear that blank is dead.
Oh, God.
Because normally you don't get the good call.
Yeah. And BL, I mean, she'll call. She doesn't mind being the bearer of bad news.
Loves it.
It's like some sort of role that she's able to play. She's able to do that.
Benny, can you believe we lost him?
She's able to do that in a crisis. It's like that's her role.
If you weren't sitting in front of me, I'd be sure if I got this message that your plane went down. So I got to call her later. Somebody. Some kind of bad news. It's either that or, Penny, any way you can get us on XM? Eric Lagan won't return my calls, and I'm the commodities, baby. Oh, yeah, this woman, this is Logan's kid's godmother. This is how weird the world is, Earl.
Small world.
Everything comes together all the time.
I believe she introduced Elo to the lovely Mrs. Elo.
Yeah. Then they got out of the way. It took them another 6 months before they could even feel sexual again, till she got out of the way.
So she just has a history with everyone.
Oh, jeez. You know, and the fact that she hasn't called back makes me feel like I don't want to be on the air.
Yeah.
Because at first they wrote her name up, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, of course you don't. You don't ever look at the screen during the show, Fez. You're just humming along to Fatty Pneumonia, playing that kazoo of yours. T.O. came crawling back on his hands and knees yesterday trying to get back into the eggs. And I got to tell you the truth, Fez, it made me feel sad for him.
Yeah, I mean, the apology was way, way huge over the top.
Well, it was a prepared statement, which means his agent wrote it. And it just went on and on.
And then no specifics from the Eagles. Andy Reid just saying, it's a long line of things. It's a lot of things that have been building up.
Why didn't Andy Reid just say this? We've given up on the season. It's the exact same thing the Bucks did when they gave up on their season and got rid of Keyshawn. You just decide that you quit halfway through the year. That's all you've done, Iggs.
Yeah, you don't think you have a chance of winning, so just go ahead and spite yourself.
People act like they hate T.O., but you need those guys that you love to hate in the league because the league can be so damn boring. And here's what kills you about the people that you love to hate. Years later, they're the ones that everybody loves. People forget that Muhammad Ali was hated by white America. Only black people liked him throughout the 60s and 70s. Then as the years went by, people acted like, well, you know when boxing peaked, that was with Muhammad Ali. They constantly wanted to keep him out of boxing.
The memories get fonder down the road.
I'll give you another one. Reggie. Everybody acts like they're the biggest Reggie fan. And he was booed all over the place when he played.
I remember there was a game in Baltimore. Someone hung an effigy.
Yeah.
It was Reggie in a Yankee uniform, just hanging off a noose.
And the shirt said, I wish this was the real Reggie.
And no one, security didn't take it away. That thing hung in right field the entire game. It was so scary.
They hated Reggie. And now, you know, he shows up at spring training. Everybody goes crazy. Everyone acts like, oh, we collect the old Reggie bars. And they act like they love the guy.
You got to think the same thing's going to happen with Mike Tyson because there really hasn't been good boxing since Tyson went to prison.
They've always loved, to a degree, they've always loved Tyson. Fight fans love Tyson because you know you're going to get a show.
But then the sports reporters have always hated him. He's definitely a guy that you love to hate. Where they act like, and they've been saying for like 20 years, Tyson should be out of boxing. What the hell do you know about boxing if you don't want Tyson in it?
See, people will get really disappointed if Tyson held a press conference for a fight and there wasn't a melee that ensued.
It's weird that we're even talking about this because yesterday, I lay down to take a little nap. I throw on the TV and watch a film called As Bad as I Want to Be, the Dennis Rodman story. And it was the worst film. And it was this guy playing Rodman. And then when it was supposed to go to commercials, it wasn't on, it was like on a paid channel, so you would never have to do it. Rodman would just pop up dressed like a chick that would follow Ziggy Stardust and go like this. Yeah, things seem like they got bad for a while in San Antonio. Then I was glad to meet Madonna and travel. And I'm like, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. But people hated Rodman.
Oh, despised him. And there was always something to hate him for, too.
But the game was better when Rodman was playing. You need those kind of villains. You need a Ric Flair. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. It's 866-766-0339. Anybody for you, Fez? I grew up in Philadelphia where they do hate people. They hated Richie Allen, who went on to call himself Dick Allen, so he said the name Richie just reminds him of Philly. He literally flipped his name as he left, like I'm a whole new person.
Of course, being a Bucks fan, I could never understand the hate nationwide for Warren Sapp.
Hated him.
Just despise him everywhere outside of his own town.
I remember Philly fans hated Mike Schmidt. One of the greatest,
hate Mike Schmidt.
one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
But here's the thing, he could have been better. And I'm telling you the truth, if he would have worked at it, he could have been better. That's where he let us down.
The guy hit, almost 600 home runs.
Could have hit 700 if he would have worked at it. That's the problem with Schmidt. He never looked like he was trying. He was too smooth.
I don't know. I just never got that fact. I mean, booed him. I mean, hated him. I mean,
yeah, they did.
Win the game, still booed him.
Yeah.
It was just so much hatred for him.
Hated his guts. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, buddies, what's happening? Yo, Charles Barkley. When he was in the NBA,
perfect.
Everybody hated him. And now he's out. Now he's retired. He goes on Oprah. He goes golfing. You know, he's always smiling.
He's all over the NBA channels, ESPN. Everybody seems like they love him now.
He's like an analyst now. The same people who hated him and ripped him, like, you know, now he's an analyst. He's one of their peers, you know what I mean? So he's hanging with them. And Billy Martin, now that he's dead, everybody wishes Billy Martin was back to coaching.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
exactly. Martin was hated on the road all the time. I'll tell you something else. People are always going to talk about Steinbrenner. As much as people act like they hate Steinbrenner, they'll always go back and do the Steinbrenner never would have put up with this.
Yeah, when George is gone, that era of the owner is going to be gone because everyone's corporately owned now. Like
I know.
The family
and it's
business.
Dull.
And it's dull.
It's dull and it's stupid. I hate the corporations owning teams.
It'll be the same way with Al Davis, the Raiders owner.
To me, he's always been loved by me. I'll tell you that. I've always gotten a kick out of him. I know the rest of the owners hate him, and the people of Oakland and L.A. hate him from time to time. But I think, you know, the rest of the people in America kind of dig him. Hey, Turtle, you're on the air.
Hey, Maha Boom, boys.
Maha.
Listen, Butkus was hated outside of Chicago, and McEnroe, when he was playing tennis, everybody hated him.
Everybody hated McEnroe, and they acted like he was the worst thing. I didn't know Butkus was hated, though.
Butkus was hated by anybody who wasn't a Bears fan. He was detested by people because he was such an animal.
Butkus, not a nice person. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that can work that way. Not an overly nice person.
With McEnroe and being a person you love to hate, you just hope for a bad call. So he would have a meltdown and the racket would get thrown.
And again, I don't think I've watched tennis since McEnroe. It all just seems so stupid to me.
Well, for a while, Jimmy Connors was really hated also. And then as he got older and kind of became the elder statesman, people started to love him because he was kind of the opposite of McEnroe in a weird way. McEnroe kind of took that title away.
Hey, James, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
George Foreman. Nobody liked him. Now, ever since he came out with those girls, they love him.
You know, George Foreman was despised as a young guy, and he had a totally different personality. You need to watch some of the Ali Foreman documentaries. He couldn't even speak. He couldn't handle himself, never smiled. And then after he found Jesus, he was like a happy-go-lucky guy, and everybody loves him now.
And he always walked around with a German Shepherd, which just barked at everybody. So he just got this image of being very standoffish.
He was like a lunatic. He was like a crazy lunatic. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez. He had a good one, too. We lost you, buddy. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey,
Welcome
buddy.
home.
Thanks.
Hey, what about
about Ted Williams? People hated that dude, and then he was selling Wonder Bread at the end of his life, and people love him.
You know, Ted Williams, God bless his frozen head, not an overly nice guy to people.
Just very direct at people.
Very direct, not easy to get along with, didn't suffer fools kindly, as they would say.
Did they ever get his head back?
Nope.
Still frozen.
Well, yeah, his son wanted his head frozen. It's not like his family lost it. It was their idea.
Yeah, I thought the daughter was trying to get it back, though. The kid's sister, Junior's sister.
She'll get it back when they come up with some kind of way to heal people being dead. And then you'll be glad that head's frozen.
She'll get it back on a nice bodybuilder's body.
Hey, Jake, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what about A-Rod?
A-Rod hated?
Very.
Yeah.
Very much hated.
No, he still hated it in Boston. Where else?
Seattle, Texas.
Yeah.
No, the teams he basically left behind.
Yeah.
And players hate him, too.
Do they really?
They hate him. I think it's more professional jealousy because he's just remarkably talented.
You know, we brought this up the other day with J-Lo. Was A-Rod around before J-Lo in terms of nicknames?
Yes.
All right, so he started it all. That's where we were looking for that stupid way. Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Go ahead,
Hi, guys.
Jason.
Good morning.
Hey,
Thanks
buddy.
for taking my call.
What's that mean? An AM radio talk thing?
No.
I mean, I only hear that on AM radio, where it's thanks for taking my call.
Oh, sorry. I'm just a new convert over to XM. So
Okay, so you used to call AM radio shows?
Yeah, I used to a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll hear it on sports things, and then they'll say this, I'll hang up and let you answer. They'll all say the same fucking thing. It drives me crazy.
I won't do that to you.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, I want to talk about how much I hated Danny Ainge back when he played for the Celtics, when he bit Tree Rollins' finger.
You know what? A lot of people hated Danny Ainge. I always was a fan because I like that kind of ball player. Scrappy and white. Somebody I can identify with.
I got a better one that people universally hated in the NBA. Bill Laimbeer.
Bill Laimbeer was hated.
He was the dirtiest player in the game. He would elbow guys in the face, blood dripping off the elbow, and he would go, what'd I do?
Anybody who ever has been even close to Detroit, hate it. Isaiah was despised.
They still hate him.
Wouldn't take him to the Olympics, even though you know he belonged to go there. I mean, when they did that, what did they call the first team? The
Dream Team?
Yeah, the Dream Team, and not have him part of it, that's fucking insane not to have him part of that team. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing. How about you guys?
Cool in the gang.
Hey, I got two of them for you.
Yeah.
First one, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is only
What a
hated by
piece of
gamblers.
What a piece of shit.
He can scoop a spread like nobody.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, everybody liked him back, 5-6 years ago. They always liked him. Woo-hoo! He won in the last 2 minutes. So what the fuck did he do for the first 58 minutes?
I understand. He's a guy from Chicago. Hates Favre. Not hard to understand. Favre pretty much universally loved as he's almost like Johnny Unitas. He's hung around too long, but people still talk fondly about him, figure.
And always used as the example. Is this guy going to be the next Brett Favre?
Yeah, because he's tough. He shows up for every game. He doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of talent, and he made the most out of it. Not that he was talentless, but you don't look at him and go, oh, look at Michael Vick. Like Michael Vick has that Mike Smith thing where he could have done more. No matter what he does, he should have done even better. Look how good he is. Pat, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I got an opposite one for you. Someone who's loved, now hated. O.J. Simpson.
I never liked O.J. until he killed his wife.
That's when you turned around?
It's when I could finally identify with him and go, he's got the same problems and same solutions as me.
And also a waiter got killed. That's weird.
I like good service as much as the next guy.
That's just weird.
You know what? Have you noticed that service improved since then? Waiters stop hitting on your chicks. George, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
Fanny Manonia. He was hated.
You can't even say it, can you?
Manonia?
Yeah, they hated his name. They couldn't even say it right.
What's the name? What's his name?
Fanny Pneumonia.
Go lay in shame. Go lay in your shame corner. He wants to bust your balls, Fez, and look what he pulls off.
Manonia. Nice knowing you.
Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I was going to comment on why people hated Warren Sapp, and it's because he was similar to Favre in that he's kind of a drama queen and all about getting media attention. But I will have to say I did like him after he laid that lick on Chad Clifton and put him out for the season. That was pretty sweet.
I became a big fan that day as well. You take a guy who's not part of the play and you drill him, and then you yell at the coach for it.
I think that that's the rule that got changed this year. I think it's probably called like a SAP rule or something.
I would love to have a rule named after me. I would love it. Here's Stoney. Stoney, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Cool.
Hey, I got a couple. I got one, Pete Rose. You think anybody will ever like him unless he's still stays arrogant, though?
Well, the truth was, even when he played before he got in trouble, a lot of people hated Showboat and Pete Rose. For me, I loved the guy growing up, but people did hate him.
I think the unforgivable was the All-Star game.
Not in my neighborhood.
Not me. For me, it was a clean play.
Yeah.
But people never forgave him for pretty much ending Ray Fosse's career
I had no
by
problem
running
with
him
that.
over.
Yeah, it was a play at the plate.
It was a game.
And, yeah, they acted like it wasn't an important game because it was an all-star game. Well, then why do they sell tickets? Why is it on TV? Just drives me crazy. Hey, Dave. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show, buddy. Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Cool.
I would say down south it's either Steve Spurrier, who...
Let me say right off the bat, I agree with you 100%. I've always hated Spurrier.
And the other would be your own Harry.
Again, I agree. So you right now are at the top of the pyramid because you picked out two people I despise.
Spurrier, interesting because he drew heat from two different sides.
Yeah.
When he was an asshole winner with the Florida Gators and, would just be that maniac on the sidelines, then also drew it for just being in over his head in the NFL and not knowing what he was doing.
I didn't hate him at all then. I actually went to the point of almost feeling sorry for him. Almost pitied the son of a bitch. I hated him for the way he treated kids. That's what got on my nerves.
And didn't Spurrier always use to run up the score and drive the
Oh, yeah.
drive the gamblers crazy?
Air Spurrier, where you're up by 35 and you're going deep.
Yep.
You're going deep. Now, he brought up Harry. Is Harry around? Bring Harry in to me. Yesterday, remember just as we're leaving, I called Harry in and tried to catch him doing something good, saying, oh, okay, good production on that thing. Today, he comes to me, and I'm like, he says to me, I just want you to know how much I appreciated you saying those nice things to me. Making me feel fucking totally uncomfortable, like I'm in a homoerotic play.
It was just a nice thing, though. I just wanted to, say thank you for that.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
That's what I'm trying to say. You could have just dropped it, but by coming back and go, I like it when you say nice things to me, I got totally uncomfortable. Well, I didn't know what to do.
I didn't. That wasn't my intention.
I thought we were going to start rubbing titties. I did not know what to do.
Why would you think you would get another compliment now when it's uncomfortable to do?
He doesn't know that. He thought it was away from him. Like now we were bonding in his mind.
It was
so now when I catch him doing something right, I'm going to be hesitant.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come back around for the sweet talk.
Well, that was never my intention. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. It was just...
Harry, how do you make a nice thing an awkward situation?
I don't know.
It's two men having pillow talk. I can't get comfortable with that.
That's just my nature. I make people uncomfortable, including myself.
Maybe
shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
I don't know why Earl's doing that. You got the big crazy sideburns, which yesterday, the line of the day was, it looks like Armenia was in the Civil War. And now I look at you, Harry, and I just see your brown eyes looking like a puppy at me because I gave you one compliment all this time.
Well, I'll just take.
He's gonna follow you home now.
I know. I feel like I threw some table scraps to a mutt.
I don't know what it is. I just say awkward things. I don't know why.
All right, well, stop. Whenever you want.
I'll try to, but it's practically impossible. Everything I tend
gag
to say.
Yourself. Seriously, gag yourself. Say nothing till I'm gone. Just hold on. Just hold your pie hole for 3 hours every day. Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how about Howard Cosell?
People hated Howard Cosell. Now they wish they had him back because Monday nights got boring after him. It's still not a big game every week.
No, they had like a spike in the ratings with a big game this past Monday, but it's been on such a downfall. They're moving it.
Even with your spike, Fezzy, not nearly what it used to be back in the Cosell days. Hey, Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I was going to dip into the racing world and mention Dale Earnhardt.
Now, I never thought Earnhardt was hated. I thought the other guy was, the Rainbow Warrior.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
Well, he still is, but when you could go to a race and they would just boo Earnhardt, I guess because he had won so much. And he was
I didn't know
good.
that.
I didn't know that either.
Down in Florida, he was like Daytona. He was like a god. Now, the other guy I saw that was hated is a guy, he's not even a Southern. He comes from like Las Vegas or something.
Oh, yeah, Kurt Busch.
Right. He said he doesn't talk like a stupid hayseed, so all the fans hate him. And he goes like this, maybe what I should do is knock out a front tooth and try to lose 8 years of education. And I'm watching this thing on the sports channel, and I'm going, I don't know if that's going to make him like you more or less.
It's so ravishing, Rick Rude. All you Southern sweat hogs.
He goes, what can I do? He goes, I can speak properly. I can read and write. I don't shit my pants. For some reason, the NASCAR fan doesn't understand where I'm coming from. So right away, that made me a big fan of his. Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I hate that little Bethany Hamilton because she stopped winning tournaments.
Well, first of all, she's lazy. Two, Bethany Hamilton, mainly hated by sharks and that crowd.
Oh, they hate her, especially her arms.
Yeah. But right now, I can't believe what a disappointment she's been in the surfing world. She's not coming back from the injury. She's making a big deal out of it all the time. I don't know if she wants to win.
But she had to learn to surf with one arm again.
CT Cup, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie Fez, 27061.
Yeah.
Hooah! How about Black Earl? Hated him on NEW. Love the dude now. Sit!
Earl, what was your big turnaround, your OJ-like turnaround? Where do you think it came down?
What, my turnaround? I guess working with the buddies.
There you go.
That's nice to hear.
Am I going to make this BL call or not, Fez?
I'm worried about the BL call.
I'm worried about the BL call, too. I'm worried it's bad news.
But it gnaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gnaws.
I mean, just knowing that call has to be made eventually.
It makes me feel like if it has something to do with your family, I'm getting a call so I can break it to you.
Yeah, it makes me wonder why, she wanted you to call.
Right, when she's better friends with you.
She usually rings my cell phone.
Right. And in this case...
And that hasn't happened.
Yeah. Well, because she doesn't want to say to you, there's a death in your family, and then have you run down the hall screaming. She wants me to hit you first and then tell you.
Just a monkey wrench behind the ear. So I go out and I wake up to bad news.
Anyway, T.O., are they not letting him back in even after the apology?
No, he's all done. He is all done now.
Where's he going to go? I say he goes two places. He either goes with the Raiders or Bill Parcells. And either one of them making a pro out of the guy.
I will venture. I think one of the garbage teams is going to get him.
I don't think he wants to go. I think the thing about T.O. is he wants that ring.
I don't think he has a choice in the matter at this point.
You don't think the Raiders want him? You don't think Bill Parcells will want him?
Oh, I think there'll be a market for him.
I'm telling you, if you have a team out there and they don't want him, you know your team doesn't want to win.
But his contract's it's colossal. It's going to be a cap buster. Remember, all this started over money anyway.
Right.
So it's just a matter of who can actually afford him, and not many teams right now can afford him.
Hey, Harry, make this call and put her on hold, and then I'll come over and out of the room away from Fez in case it's something about him and his family. Let's play the T.O. song by Ogre, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. Ron and Fez.
Here we go. To those fans that supported me through these tough times, I thank you for your support. To every single Philadelphia Eagles fan out there that cheered for me, I want you to know that I am sorry this has happened. To you, I apologize. Also, I would like to reiterate my respect for Donovan McNabb as a quarterback and as a teammate. I apologize to him for any comments that may have been negative. I know in my heart that I can help this team win the Super Bowl, and not only being a dominant player, but also being a team player. I can bring that. In closing, I want everyone to know that football is my passion. I've always given it my all, and I will continue to do so.
He gave a genuine, heartfelt apology. Terrell did his very best. Apparently, the Eagles felt it wasn't good enough. Next question. Absolutely. Terrell Owens is here on his own volition. These are his words, 100%. I have nothing to do with this. This is what he wanted, what he believes. This is genuine and sincere. This is not about me. Next question. I love this man. I am behind him 110%. I will do everything that I can possibly do to back him and support him. The question is, what has Terrell learned from this? Next question.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
It's the Ron and Fez show. Hanging out with you. Fez, I talked to BL off the air.
Yeah?
And I will talk to you about it later. And we'll leave it at that.
Is it bad?
Yeah. It's bad.
Just like we thought bad?
It's not your family.
All right.
Do you want to know now on the air?
No.
I don't want to hear this.
And you never, ever got me 1 ounce of slack!
You know, I don't know if I want the breakdown, Fez.
Is it possible?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Well, look at me. Look how rocked I am.
Right. I better wait.
Do you think it's appropriate for you to go on doing jokes for the rest of the day, or then later will you feel bad about it?
I don't know. Maybe I should know.
You want to know? Don't make this about you. Everything can't be about you and your comfort level. Earl, if there was bad news during the show, would you want to know?
I would wait until after the show.
Okay, there we go.
I want to know.
All right, 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Earl speaks for you. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Brace yourself. BL and Lynn are watching you on Sunday with the Hooters game. They're coming to the Hooters game on Sunday.
It's worse news than I thought.
No, it gets worse. Then they want to stop in and do our show next week.
Oh, my gosh. The bad news just doesn't stop. If it wasn't for bad news, there'd be no news at all.
What's that?
No, I don't know them.
It's the first and second Hooters girls ever hired. So that's how deep we're going. By the way, when we called her old or whatever on O&A's show, Logan's wife emailed that to her. So they heard. So she's like this. I don't know what it is, Benny. I'm stuck in AM hell. I'm in the AM hell down here. So they're coming in next Monday or Tuesday or something because they're in town for the Country Music Awards.
Oh, great.
I don't know how the tree got in there because other than that it would be perfect.
The Andy Griffith Fun Girls are on their way to the big city.
Oh.
Hello, doll.
Yeah. So there you go. Is that the same time Dubs and Hefe are going to be here? All right, we got to cancel Dubs and Hefe.
Yeah, Dubs is in on Monday. You get the tattoo.
Yeah, look how me and Fez were on the big XM satellite, and then people keep calling from our past. Now suddenly we're popular.
Just when you thought you were out?
Yeah. Well, I am out. I just have to be rude to them for a couple days, and it's over.
Yeah, because Dubs had talked about I want to go to Hooters, too.
Yeah.
So it's just a big table mess now.
Right.
Don't forget El Jefe.
I don't even understand that. He's not being tattooed. I don't understand it.
I don't either. I thought if I was going on a trip, I would.
You wouldn't bring a Mexican traveling companion?
No. If I had a girlfriend, I'd bring her. A wife, I would bring her.
Why don't you, Earl? At your age, why don't you?
good question.
Are you gay?
No.
Just don't like any sex at all?
Of course I do, but things happen.
Fez, if you want to get married, don't go to Texas. It's another one of the states.
That came up on Election Day yesterday. They've banned same-sex marriage. They never even had it before, but now it's really, really illegal for two people of the same sex to get married.
That's hysterical when you think about it. When you don't have a law and you go out of your way to make it.
So
no one was trying it.
It was already not on the books. I mean, no one actually thought two guys or two gals would get married in Texas, but now they want to make themselves perfectly clear.
You know why, Fez?
Why's that?
Where's the step? You let somebody marry a dog next?
It's the slippery slope argument.
Are you going to marry a giraffe after that? Then are you going to marry your toaster? No, you won't marry your toaster. We'll just let two adults get married.
They will scream, then let's let children get married.
They used to. I think it used to marry around 12 in this country.
And then the other decision coming out of yesterday's Election Day, the Kansas School Board, they voted for a new science curriculum, new science standards in the classroom, which will allow teachers to dispute Darwin's evolution. So that opens the door. So they're not saying, yes, we're going to teach intelligent design in the classroom now, but we will sit there and dispute evolution to every kid.
Well, that's the thing when Bush had come up with, it's time the other side has been heard. You've heard enough science, now it's time to hear superstition. But so what they're trying to do is not so much promote intelligent design, because until they find some big, gigantic sandal, they can't really prove there is a God. That's why it's a matter of faith.
So, yeah, so now what this is called is just, we'll let the teachers take out evolution. Well, it's called the badmouth rule.
Here's what they have to understand. When you're a kid, when you learn about evolution, you're in what, 7th or 8th grade?
Right.
This is what it normally sounds like to you. Well, big word, ha, ha, ha. You honestly have no idea of what they're saying. All you're doing now is drawing attention to it.
It's so bizarre how things are going backwards in the country. Just, now this intelligent design. And they talk about, the other side being heard in the debate. There's no debate. There's no scientist in the world that has said intelligent design could have happened.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's just, Christian conservative groups. Maybe they'll find a doctor, but there's no sort of study, so it's a made-up debate. It's not even a debate in the science.
Oh, in the science world, yes, it's not a debate. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It would be between preachers and scientists. At the same time, what they ought to do is say, all right, you can teach that, but we have to now be able to teach some science in the middle of your church services. So every time the preacher is saying something, a scientist gets another 10 minutes to go, there is no way that could possibly happen.
Oh, God, they found a way to make church more boring by adding science lessons to
I know. You take the two dullest things that we have and you shove them together.
I mean, in a geology class, they're going to be teaching now, do you know how you stop volcanoes? Throw a virgin inside. It's sliding back the other way that far.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. What alarms me, Fez, is you used to believe all this stuff until 12 months ago.
It's just common sense, though.
What happened in the last 12 months that you gained common sense?
I just quit listening to church people.
Yeah. So now you don't have to get mad at them. You can see you were in the same boat.
I understand, but that was before rules changed.
What rules?
These are like the rules with this Kansas City board.
I'm going to guess that it's written down as Geln. I guess your name is Geln. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Geln.
It's actually Glenn.
Aha.
But, there's actually scientific proof that the world is flat. The reason why it looks circular from space is because the water, if you look through a drop of water, everything's circular. And if you go to the edge of the earth, it's flat, and it takes no time to go through no space, so you end up back where you were. It's just a big I heard it like somewhere. I'm sure you can find it on the internet.
Well, you send it to me. I'd love to read this. I like the idea of that. I like the idea that you can't trust your eyes and ears anyway. That always slays me. And if you ever got anything you want to send to us, it's Ron and Fez at AOL.com, Ron and Fez at AOL.com. How you doing, Killer Bud? You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yo, boys, what's up?
Yeah.
That last caller's a fucking dumbass. Hey, Fez.
Yeah, buddy.
You're dead wrong, man. There's plenty of scientists, and I know I'm a scientist myself, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of them that are religious men that agree that there's something going on that we can't explain. There's no fucking half monkey, half man walking around now. I believe that there's part evolution, part religion combination. You can believe that. That makes perfect sense.
But I know there's no scientist that disputes evolution. Maybe they think that that's God's process.
It is only a theory, though, Fez. It's not definite.
Whoever said there was 7 days is a 24-hour period? It could be, I mean, if you look at all the stars in the sky, we're one of those many. There could be planets evolving around. We're one of many of God's science projects going on here.
Yeah, but you know what? Everybody has the right to believe whatever you want to believe. I don't know I don't know why you need your faith stuff taught in school. And I think if these people did get the faith stuff that they want, then they'd be mad at the science teacher who's teaching because his faith is a little bit different than the students.
Oh, yeah, it would continue to break down.
Yeah. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, well, Fezzy was talking about how we're, like, going backwards in time. And since the Genome Project came around in the last few years, and they've been looking at DNA and stuff,
yeah,
they said that evolution, there's no way it could happen because it just doesn't fit the timeline correctly. I mean, for all of the plants and animals that are on this planet to evolve from one single amoeba or whatever, there's just not enough time.
But, you know, I agree. It is still a theory, but it's a scientific theory, and it should be presented and talked about and stuff like that. I have no problem with any of that. Again, if you're in 7th grade, you don't want to. All you really want to do is get out of science class. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
Cool, buddy.
Hey, I just wanted to say, being a born-again pagan myself, that not everybody in Kansas is that much of a tool and can't understand the idea of evolution. And the only place the world is actually flat is in Kansas.
That is interesting.
Odd. What a coincidence.
Yeah, that one actually does work out well.
Hey,
all right. Here is Evan. Evan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
Yeah, buddy.
They actually just had a debate at BU last week between intelligent design and evolution, and they didn't even really have a scientist on the intelligent design side, and the scientists for evolution were just sort of laughing during it. And at one point, they try and bring up the eye as proof that intelligent design works because it's naturally evolved.
I've read about that quite a few times. So what did they come up with?
Well, they never really let the audience vote on it, but the general consensus was that the intelligent design guys got blown out of the water. But the weird thing with intelligent design is that they're trying to argue that evolution works, but it was started by God just sort of triggering things into motion, which is just complete junk because you can't prove it, you can't test it, which is why it's not science. It's like trying to teach astrology.
Yeah, I thank you very much. Here is Rich the trucker. You're around Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Rich.
Good. How are you?
Yeah.
I always thought if you wanted to learn about religion, you'd go to church.
Right.
And when you go to school, you learn about science and stuff like that.
And
these guys are idiots changing that.
You know what? And this is what's kind of changed about the Republican Party, because they used to be like, let's keep the government off our ass. The last thing you want is the government getting attached to stuff. And now it seems like they want to get the government involved in church. And it's making a huge mistake, I think, for people.
Like the government better get in there and do something about these evolution classes.
Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, boys, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, a couple callers ago, the guy said there was no proof between a half man and a half monkey.
Yeah.
Have they
All right, here we know. You know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to let you do it. I don't want to hear it.
Good save there, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Nice catch.
All right, here's our buddy Mike the teacher. Mike the teacher, you're on the air. How you doing, pal?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
Just a bad day all around in science education. What this really means, about a week ago, a poll came out saying
over half of Americans don't believe in evolution. What that basically boils down to is that half of America is really science illiterate and just doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't give a flying fuck about science, and that's okay. Ron, like you said, science is boring and sterile, and it takes time to study it.
Basically, it is for 7th graders. The older you get, the more you end up enjoying it. I watch shows now that they used to try to force on me when I was a kid.
Right. I hated science when I was in high school. I got a D the first time I took chemistry in college, had to retake it when I transferred. I loathed it. Only later on. It's like when they try and shove that Beowulf down your throat in 6th grade. Bad teachers, bad students, and again, we just don't prioritize anything. We're too interested in celebs than science. But again, later on in life, at least people should take the time out to study a little bit of the basics.
I'm going to ask you now, because you have taught science in college, the intelligent design theory.
Right.
Does it hold up anywhere
No.
in science?
In fact, it's only an American phenomenon. It holds up nowhere else in the world. The scientists of the world are fine with science and religion coexisting. You had a couple of callers ago. Maybe it's part evolution, part God. I can give him that. At least he's acknowledging evolution is taking place. To deny evolution is taking place is to deny the ground at your feet. We are seeing it happening now. New strains of viruses. If people think poodles, wild poodles, roamed the earth for millions of years, they have no idea about breeding, drug-resistant bacteria. That we're bringing chemicals back that were banned 30 years ago because they were so toxic, because our hospitals are so filled with these resistant bacteria. And how they become resistant is that they evolved. Evolution is happening now. We are watching it, and the fact that half of Americans deny it just really pisses me off.
So if any of us get bird flu, that proves evolution's point.
Bird flu is a perfect example. It's mutating. AIDS is a perfect example of a retrovirus. It's a shapeshifter. It evolves instantly within hours. It's just, again...
and look at Harry. He's evolved. He stays in the shadows under rocks, and he keeps his gig. He's trying to survive.
Well, I'll tell you this. It's almost good news in a way, because what's going to happen, like you said, Ron, with this administration, between this and the denial of new stem cell research, we're going to become that ass-backwards nation that watches, just like in 1957 when Sputnik came up, we got caught with our thumbs up our ass and watched as people forget. Russia kicked our ass time and time again. First man in orbit, first woman in orbit. They just kicked our asses, and when Sputnik went up, we realized we're just really fucking stupid. And as a college teacher, I'll say this: college students are really fucking stupid today.
All right, well, that's our way of evolving. Devo was right. It's de-evolution.
It is de-evolution. I am getting kids in my class who have no idea of their place in the universe at all.
All right, Mike, somebody wants to disagree with you. Here's Licky. Licky, what's up, buddy? You're on the air.
Hey,
Ron and Fez. Yeah.
You know, this is my thing is, I don't understand why we have to have this debate as if intelligent design and evolution are to make a choice one or the other. I don't know.
Then you would ask the church that.
Absolutely.
Then that would be your thing, and the lawmakers who push this stuff through. This would be a question for your president, who doesn't believe in evolution.
I just think they just found a hole in evolution that they could exploit and drove this big truck with this intelligent design.
But you never hear a scientist scream out, "There's no God," because they haven't gotten around to proving that.
There are thousands of holes in the evolutionary theory, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. People keep saying just a theory. The word just should be taken out. A theory is something that has an overarching abundance of evidence from multiple different sources. That's what flight is, a theory. We do not deny that things fly.
Fez still doesn't believe.
Never. I scream at the pilot. There's no way this thing's getting off the ground.
It is awfully big.
Drunkie.
I could see if they were smaller, but when you get inside a building and it takes off, it is odd. Mike, here's Tyler. He disagrees with you.
Gotcha.
I'm saying that there's no way that evolution is not just a theory. It is a theory, that's it. You can't go through the scientific process. You can't hypothesize, do an experiment, and prove evolution exists.
We do our experiments on it all the time. Again, a theory has been proven by experiment. A hypothesis is that unproven guess done before an experiment. Theories are proven by experiment.
What experiment proved evolution?
We have the Uri Miller experiment. That was the first one done in the 60s. What they did was they took a bunch of what they thought were the early components of the Earth's atmosphere, put it in a big glass vessel, added some electricity for energy, and methane and hydrogen, and I'm going to get boring real quick on this. What I'll say is the chemical compounds of life readily self-assemble themselves. Also, with breeding of plants and animals, it's ongoing.
Hold on. Let Tyler go. What was it, Tyler?
I'm saying that in that experiment, you got the particles of life, right? You didn't get life.
Oh, absolutely right.
How do you come to evolution from that?
That is a good question, and I'll give you that point. We can't repeat this experiment, meaning we weren't there billions of years ago. We can't say what was that first spark. There are, again, theories, and these theories are based on evidence. They are not based on a book.
There you go. There's no experiment, so evolution is just an idea.
No, it is a theory based on evidence.
Right,
again,
it's just an idea, so there's no way to prove it experimentally.
But Tyler, he's not saying that even the theory itself means that there's no God.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you're really arguing about, other than this hate of monkeys, that people just seem to be terrified that maybe... I mean, if you look at a caveman and those bones, and you feel proud of that, you know, from just a beauty point of view, you're insane, because those things were ugly as hell.
I would have no problem if we came from a monkey. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all.
I've seen your family. You definitely came from monkey. Those people were knuckle dragging until 1957.
I met millions of years ago.
Oh, that I don't know.
It's a good point about not being able to recreate this experiment again, but to deny that evolution is occurring now is to not look outside your window.
All right, here's Phil. He wants to talk with you.
Sure.
Hey, Phil, you're on with Mike the Teacher.
Yeah, my point is that right now humans can't reproduce with a monkey. And so the chances of a human being evolved from a monkey are so phenomenal. And then to have a second one at the exact same time so that they could recreate amongst the two of them in the same place of Earth.
All right, let's let Mike pick that up. Mike, no one ever said it was an actual monkey, did they?
No. Thank you, Ronnie, for clearing up a very common misunderstanding. The question is asked all the time. If we evolved from monkeys, how come there are still... The problem is we did not evolve from monkeys. Monkeys and humans, if you go back far enough on the family tree of life, share a common ancestor. It's a subtle but very, very real difference. We did not evolve from monkeys. Monkeys and humans share a common ancestor if you go back. So do we in petunias, so do we in bees and trees and snails and whales. All the same DNA, all the same 20 proteins, amino acids in the same genetic code. It speaks to us that life arose from a single instance, if not a single instance, very similar. This speaks to, again, more evidence for evolution.
And the work on this is only, what, a few hundred years old?
Right, and everyone is shitting on Darwin. Darwin wasn't even the first to come up with a theory of evolution. Plato, people thousands of years before him. In fact, there was a guy, Alfred Russel Wallace, who was the first one to come up with natural selection. This is a...
Darwin had a typewriter. That was his big deal.
Exactly. Again,
that's where he went wrong, writing it down.
Now, Earl, I noticed you being very quiet. Earl told us he doesn't even believe in dinosaurs.
Well, again, that's also a very recent thing. 200 years ago, we didn't know what the fuck these big bones we were digging up out of the earth, and we're finding out stuff all the time. Here's the big difference. Science readily admits its mistakes and moves on. In fact, the idea of science is to look at everything you have in front of you and say, what's wrong with this? Other scientists, in fact, do nothing but blast at other scientists. It's called peer review, to make sure that their stuff is right, that they're not just trying to fuck around and get something through people. Religion, on the other hand, is based on belief without evidence. It says so in the good book, so it's got to be.
Right.
That's a nice thing. I would love the Bible to be right. People say it's full of this great stuff, but it also tells you to stone your disobedient children to death.
I've been known, so I can't disagree with that.
Again, yeah, thanks for letting me rant. Again, this subject is one that I would call under boring but important. Boring to discuss evolution, and it's tough for me off the top of my head a lot of times. The guys.
All right, well, here's Jeff. He wants to talk to you. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Okay, hey, what have you seen that makes evolution real anyway? I mean, like, what have we actually ever seen?
Oh, good question. If you take a look at any store or any pet store, you see the various breeds of animals. There's poodles, there's schnauzers, there's Great Danes. We did all of that. We selected the crops and the animals around us. There are zillions of plants around the United States, but we basically grow 3 of them: wheat, corns, and beans. We have restructured the landscape. We have changed the life around us so that now you see different life and different animals. This is what humans have done with a few thousand years of what's called artificial selection. Somebody said we didn't have enough time. Well, 15 fucking billion years of evolution is a pretty good amount of time for me. That is deep, deep time.
So evolution got me more weed?
I hope so, man. Well, it's a plant.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They worked very hard on it. I mean, pot is a lot different than when I was a kid.
Hey, Rob, let me break in.
You used to be able to smoke an ounce of it by yourself.
That's a great example. People took weed, and the weed that got them the most stoned, they said, hey, let's keep those seeds, and then they start crossbreeding again. So that now, instead of 20 years ago, you had that pot that was brown and full of seeds. You got this crippler stuff that's green that has no seeds, that all these guys, this is us. This is evolution.
So that is basically the same theories of evolution, that if you sit down and keep working on it, the strongest, best will come out.
With hope. Again, not the strongest survive. It doesn't go towards stronger. It goes towards more diverse. And whatever just happens to be that best adapted to the environment at that point will survive.
Okay, because...
Like sharks. Nothing's happened to sharks. People are saying, why haven't sharks evolved? Because they don't need to. There's no pressures on them. For the last 200 million years, all that sharks have had to do, like Dreyfus said, is swim and eat and make other sharks.
But see, now that we're around, maybe in a few years, a shark will know how to use a scope.
Oh, now that we're around, things are going to get really interesting. With all the shit we're throwing in the environment, I mean, we have inside our bodies so much crap, the benzenes, the vapors, your dry cleaning, the stuff you painted your walls on. It's all in our systems. It all gets bioamplified when we go to our kids. So things are going to start happening real weird. Again, it was natural for a while. Now that we've arrived, again, now you got fucking puggles. Why? Not because of any
but they're
nature,
so cute.
Because we wanted them.
I have this theory that with all the artificial ingredients and stuff in our food and the preservatives and things, that eventually man will be able to eat things that he would never been able to eat before, and they won't make him sick. Like one day we'll be able to just have a nice cold cup of bleach, and it won't hurt us.
One theory of evolution is all these fatties surviving, that one day it'll be an earth of completely nothing but morbidly obese people.
Jabba the Hutts.
There you go.
All right, Mike. Talk to you later, buddy.
Thanks for letting me rant, guys.
See you later.
Red Rock, a couple weeks.
All right, see you in Red Rock. Yeah, we hang out with the Ron and Fez fans there.
Yeah, that's actually a week from tonight, November 16th, Red Rocks, 10th Avenue, and 17th Street.
And we want to see some of the guys who do the listening stuff, that run that little gimmick over at Talk Radio Fans.
Yeah, the listener thread's there. So we'll all hang out together. It's Red Rocks, 1 week from tonight. I think it starts around 8 o'clock. Everyone starts hanging out.
I want those guys to come over, Fez. I want you to meet them, and then say to yourself, I will have the courage to go on and read the listening threads. Because, some people say to me, I haven't listened the last couple of days. What's going on? I just throw them a link.
Oh, that's handy.
I'm not going to explain to them what happened on the show, and someone else is already writing about it.
And that's when Earl came in.
Yeah. That's when Earl did his stupid thing. Here is Sean. Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, buddies. How you doing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, pal.
I wanted to interject something from here. I'm in Manhattan, Kansas, and 29 years old. For a lot of us that are a little younger, a little more open-minded, a lot more liberal than a lot of the conservatives here in Kansas, this is really, really killing us. My mom's a teacher, so I've been following this for years now. I just want to let you know, the lady that's behind all this, her name is Connie Morris, and she's on the state board. She's the one who's been pushing this, and this hit like 6 years ago. The whole nation, actually the world, laughed at Kansas back then, but this lady was an old slut that turned into this. She got reborn and everything. She's written an autobiography about everything, but the real hard thing for those of us here in Kansas is that this lady is from a town called St. Francis that has less than 1,500 people. They're right next to the Colorado border, and if anyone knows this part of America, there's nothing out there. It's just flat and ugly and just desolate. But this lady that basically took her viewpoints from her tiny little town and then pushed them and sold them to all of the Republicans and all the, just religious zealots in the state, and this has gone back and forth. So what's happening is our state's looking bad because of this one lady. Another little point about her, she actually was quoted this past year in a newspaper. She wrote that evolution was an age-old fairy tale. So that's what kind of people are actually making the decisions that our kids are going to grow up by.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Sean.
Thank you, guys.
Personally, I think Kansas has looked bad since Dick Vermeil. But that's me. It's my own personal stuff. I don't try to get that involved, Fez. So they pushed this now.
Yeah, it passed 6-4 with the school board.
Yeah.
That now we're going to try to work in, not so much intelligent design, but just really bad-mouthing the evolution.
Hey, Dennis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up? 5406.
Hey, buddy.
Hooah! What's up, man? Fuck all this evolution. I mean, I'm all for the science thing myself, but we're here now. Who gives a fuck where we came from? If we found out, what the fuck is it going to change?
I think your whole point on this planet is to kind of figure out where you came from and where you're going. And I also mean that spiritually, not just in terms of science. I definitely think there is a place for spirituality in the whole makeup. And people always panic whenever you talk about, on a show like this, politics, science, spirituality. It always frightens them because they feel stupid.
I would much interested to know about natural selection, like that fucko you had on in the last part of the day. I'm an Iraq war veteran, and that fucko that talked about getting his resources from Boston Legal.
Right.
I would much rather know natural selection and how it works when I listen to a fucko like him.
Yeah.
If you're not there and you haven't experienced it, you need to sit down and shut your fucking mouth.
Well, here's where we're going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow on the show, Earl's booked somebody to come on.
Anthony Swofford.
Anthony Swofford. Is it Swofford or Swofford?
Swofford.
He wrote the book Jarhead. He was in Iraq. We're going to talk about what it was like there for the first Gulf War and what it could be like there now for the guys coming back. Because reading over this book, a lot of those guys came back from the first one kind of fucked up.
Oh, yeah, there was that Gulf War syndrome.
Right.
And there was the debate there. Did that really exist?
And it wasn't even the Gulf War syndrome that he's talking about, just what you go through as a young man, going over, being put on that edge thing, and then coming back and trying to assimilate into society.
No, my brother was one of the first guys in there, and it took him a while to kind of reset himself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And people act like this only started with Vietnam, but I think it had been like with Korea and World War II, except for people wouldn't talk about it in those days.
I think it was just this symbol of being, I don't know, like being weak or not being strong enough to handle it. I mean, particularly with the Gulf War, where this was a completely different war where you were dealing with extreme temperatures and extreme situations, really.
Well, every war has it. I mean, it wasn't easy to be in the jungle. That's certainly a lot different than the suburbs where most people grew up. So everything, all these guys, we get them out there on the edge. We act like we support the troops because, we're for their leader. But I don't know if we ever get around to actually supporting the troops.
How could it not be traumatic?
There's the governor on TV. How did he take this ass whipping that he got yesterday, Fez?
You know what? I haven't heard a comment from him. But look at the happy group behind him.
Yeah. Not
exactly the balloons and streamers, you see.
Well, it's Girly Men 4, Arnold to 0. That can't be easy for the big man. Here's Jock. Jock, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Buddy, what's happening?
Hey, boys.
Hey,
how you doing? Calling in from Augusta, Georgia. Hey, this religion thing kind of irks me. I'm in the military. I've been in there for 18 years. I can understand if there was one theory out there on religion, but, the Muslims have their faith, the Hindus have their faith, Christians have their faith. They all claim different, gods or whatever you want to call it. Why can't we just come to one agreement? If there was one agreement, then I could understand this religion thing.
Right.
But without, having, 400 million people, one faith, another faith, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I kind of agree the same way. I mean, the thing is that you're kind of confused about it. If you really notice, most of the time the people high up in their religion aren't as angry as the people lower down. You don't normally have rabbis screaming Sometimes I guess you do, but more or less it's the people in the flock doing the nutty talking.
Yeah, they're giving the money and they're doing the grunt work.
Yeah. James, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie, I was wondering, does your spirituality come from sobriety?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was wondering that. When you said that maybe this topic scares people,
right?
That kind of hit me too. I think your listenership has a little higher degree of intellect. I think that I love your show.
All right. I mean, I know anytime you do a show, you're going to put out some subjects that make people feel upset, and not everybody's always in the mood to hear other people's things. It's scary sometimes to hear other people's opinions.
But here's my thing. I think if you keep it to yourself, whether it's politics or religion, then it's internalized. It's personal. And I just don't think politics or religion can be personal. I think it's something that's supposed to be out there. But what I don't like in America now is that it's become ugly. It's become yes or no.
Right.
You can't agree that somebody else has their own point of view. They're not entitled to their own point of view. If they disagree with you, then somehow they're wrong.
What we really hope to do, Fez and I, is to divide the country up. It no longer works. We want a divorce between the red states and the blue states, and hopefully it'll work out for everybody.
Then what the school board did in Kansas, they can do that across any red state.
Do wherever they want and enjoy themselves.
And it won't be 6-4, it'll be 10-0.
Yeah.
In the vote.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. And then you'll have a situation when people say to me, I have some Southern friends who are like, hey, you got a Republican mayor up there. Bloomberg in the South would be considered an incredibly crazy liberal. He would not be a Republican down there.
Well, the Republican Party, he was a Democrat.
Right.
He was a Democrat. He joined the Republican Party because no one ran against a Democrat. It was such a heavily Democratic town.
It's real easy to get that nomination.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was an easy
All you need is $5 billion, and they will give you the nomination.
I went and voted yesterday, and there was a couple of offices.
By the way, I saw your girl won. The girl that you like. Yeah.
Oh, cool, because I was looking, and then I didn't find it.
Yeah, she's kind of hot.
Jessica Lappin.
No.
So I'm going to vote, and I see where there's like one person up for the job.
Right.
And so I'm looking at the parties, and it's the same person representing both parties.
Yeah, that happens all the time. You can, a lot of times you can run in either primary and kind of win this thing before the election even comes around. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey,
Buddy,
how you doing, guys?
What do you say, big man?
Hey, there's an author, David Grossman. He talks about psychology of why people are getting fucked up in war now more than it used to be, and it's what we've done to the fighting man. The rate of people that fired their weapon in World War II was like 12%.
Right.
And we learned, and we started desensitizing people to killing humans. And so more people shot their weapon in Vietnam, and it gets higher and higher. And
Chris,
that's what leads to people getting fucked up.
Chris, was that 12% of the people that were supposed, like, were in a firefight?
Yeah.
And only 12% of them would pull?
Not everyone that was deployed, but people.
I had never heard that before.
Yeah, I had read this
to like
too.
95% in Vietnam.
And it's because the military said, how can we make these figures work better and better as we go along? What do we have to do to get these guys to be ready to fire?
Exactly. And so instead of shooting at bullseyes, training would be shooting at targets that look like humans. And so when the time arose, your training would take over and you would just shoot. And later,
and they think the thing that works best now is video games.
That's another thing in the book. The book is called On Killing by Colonel David Grossman.
Yeah.
Is that we're ruining our kids now. They sit around and play so many like first-person shooters and shit that we're conditioning our whole society of kids to be killers.
Right.
It's a kind of a theory, but, just like evolution.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to call and bring that up because people were saying, why people are fucked up from the Gulf War.
And listen to Anthony tomorrow, because a lot of times, like, you have guys like Bill, you're like, bring our kids back, and you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. And so many of these guys, they just want to be there at that age. When you're 18, 20, you want to be over there, you want to kill something. And politics has nothing to do with it. Patriotism has nothing to do with it. You're just like, this is my fucking time to do this thing, man.
That was exactly what the book Jarhead said. It said it was irrelevant
That's what we're talking about, Earl.
That's what I'm sorry.
That's the discussion.
I thought you said. I thought you meant Anthony. I'm sorry, I stink.
From O&A?
Yes.
No.
My brain is. I just heard Anthony. I went, wait a minute, Anthony?
Yeah, that's his name. Is it Anthony? What is it? Swalford?
Anthony Swolford.
Swolford.
You can give me the boom goes dynamite.
Yeah.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Fez, you know what you're speaking about there is the book Jarhead.
Yes.
That you've been talking about.
I know.
Yeah. Len, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hi, it's Len in Buffalo, actually.
Hey.
I'm touching on the religious thing.
Yeah.
There's no difference. Fanaticism is fanaticism. There's no difference between an Islamic person flying a plane into a building in the name of Allah or somebody shooting an abortion doctor here in Buffalo in the name of Jesus. It's all the same fanatical fantasy. The whole purpose of the religions has always been to explain the unknown. So as we learn, as we progress, as we know, all of a sudden, wow, it isn't God causing the eclipse. Oh, wow, the world isn't flat after all. Oh, we do revolve around the sun. So they're letting go of the fantasies that they attributed to these natural events, but they're still holding on to that one last fantasy of where we're going to go.
Hey, Len, you put a lot more emphasis into science than I do, because the one things we don't know is where we came from, where we're going, where we're at, or what this whole thing is even made out of. I mean, if anything, science just proves that there's more and more things.
Which I agree, and it's a valid point. But what I refuse to do is, until I do know, is to make up a fantasy. Is to jump and wear a turban and throw it.
Well, I mean, at some point you need a metaphor to kind of explain things, and I have no problems with that. I have no problems that sometimes you need a metaphor to go, here's why you need to be good, and here's why it's bad to be evil. I don't think that's such a horrible thing. When you start to make other people believe in your metaphor that don't want to, is where I have the problem.
Or if you start to get really upset because someone doesn't believe in your metaphor.
Just go off on your own. We're dividing up the states. It's all going to be great. Everybody's going to be so happier with this divorce. Like with Sonny and Cher. No one wanted them to get a divorce. They were much happier. Of course, their daughter went on the way 700 pounds. Whatever. These things happen. I'm not saying that the kids won't suffer. They will.
Well, it's not without problems. Nothing is.
They're suffering now.
Now, on religion, a TiVo alert, Part 2, The God Warrior, on trading spouses tonight.
Here's the problem. Is that up against Lost?
Yes, that will be up against a new episode of Lost.
I can't watch The God Warrior then. Maurice, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey,
yeah.
I got a question for you. Whatever happened to the whole thing about separation of church and state in the school? They took out the word God in the pledge, and then they said you can't pray on campus. So why are they going back on all this and trying to force this other stuff on us now, huh?
It's like it goes back and forth, like a win for one side, a win for another, until everything's picked apart.
Yeah, good point. I mean, a lot of times it just goes back and forth. You're exactly right about that, Fez. Whoever has the most passion at the time, because once you're winning, the first thing you do is feel lethargic. And so you sit back a little bit and go, oh, thank God that's over. And they just come back and win one, and the other side wins one.
Yeah, the guy who got God taken out of the pledge, he's got to be feeling pretty bad today about the Kansas State thing.
I don't know if he feels bad. I bet he just goes, look how those idiots in Kansas are. So dusty. That's the problem. Way too dusty. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I just got a quick. I'm a Desert Storm veteran. When I joined the Navy, I was 16 years old. I was a flight mechanic on a helicopter. We did search and rescue. I think a lot of how you get out of a war, of how you cope with everyday life after a war, is the officers that are commanding you. Before we saw any combat, all our officers took us in and said, guys, you're going to get shot at. This is a war. This is what you signed up to be in the military. You know, it's like I'm not going to get a job at something else and have somebody tell me, wait, you're doing it wrong. If you're in the military, you got to accept those risks. They told us it's either going to be you going back to your family at the end of the day, or it's going to be somebody else going back to your family.
But, Chris, it doesn't always work for everybody. That's the thing that worked for you and it made sense for you, and that worked, but it doesn't mean it's going to work that way for 100% of the guys.
I understand. They have to, you have to, your mind, you have...
what happens is sometimes you do, and then sometimes you need a little help with it. But some guys get that amped up and are so used to living at that point that when they come back to the slower civilian life, the next thing you know, they're getting in a fight, and if they get into a fight, they're going to be fighting like the way they were trained, and then the law is going to come in and treat them like they're outsiders, and it's not very easy. Once you've been trained to kill, to go back into a place where you're not even allowed to argue changes everything for these guys.
But, that's a lot of that has to do with Marines. Marines are different. Marines are taught and trained to go into an area, kick everybody's ass, and don't think twice about it.
Right.
And that's the Marines' mentality. You have to understand, Marines are our smallest military unit, but yet they do more damage than anybody else.
Right. Well, the guy we're having on there tomorrow is an ex-Marine, the Balkan film Jarhead.
Navy,
yeah.
And the Marines are greatest guys. If I ever have to go to combat again, believe me, I want Marines with me over anybody else. My hardest thing to adjust was sleep.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep after the war for a while. Any loud noise, I'd be on the deck quick as hell. Because you're thinking it's an RPG or...
Sure. Because you're living at that thing all the time.
And I was so young when I got in, But again, and I've gotten sick of these liberals that are crying, our military shouldn't be these guys. Well, when they took that oath, when they joined the military, they knew what the risks were.
I know. At the same time, we don't let you guys run rampant and kill whoever you want.
No,
we're the ones who decide who we unleash you on.
And that is up to the government and the officers. If your officers
absolutely, yeah, but it's up to the taxpayers. Is who it's up to. How you want to be represented in the world is up to the taxpayers. It's not up to the military. When we tell them to come home, they have to come home.
Oh, no, I understand that.
So you work for us. We let you kill until we're really sick of it, and then we pull you back.
Kind of.
So think of it that way.
So the Iraqi people wanted us to go all the way in Desert Storm. If you would ask an Iraqi person back then, they wanted us to do it with
If
them now.
you don't want to go right now, if you're pro-war, you don't want to leave it up to the Iraqi people whether they want us there or not now, because you'd lose that one.
Well, I understand that, but, everyone that's bashing our military over there now, they have to understand, any interview you watch with the soldiers, they're not saying, hey, we want to go home.
They're not allowed to say, hey, we want to go home. That's one of the things in Jarhead, that they were not allowed to say what's on their mind because they're in the military. So you can't exactly always believe everything that you hear on TV or see on TV because those guys are under orders of what they're allowed to say and what they can't say.
Some are working off of cue cards.
Yeah. Normally it's the guys that came back who were all gung-ho, not the guys who are there now that are all gung-ho about staying. Sometimes it is. I'm not saying that there aren't people that don't love that kind of life. They do. But again, it's not up to them. It's really up to all of us. Right now, the leader of the country wants us there. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Here's David. David, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Great show, man.
Yeah, it really is. I was saying that to Fez earlier today. He disagreed with me, and I go, no, you're wrong.
I've got a son who's headed over to Iraq next week, and he thinks he's going over there to avenge 9/11. And I got to tell you, it's been hard for me to swallow ever since then. I've grew up around the military. I've been in the military, and I support everything, the troops do and stuff. But I just can't believe that, he's in a National Guard unit from Oklahoma that's headed over there, and I can't believe where they're coming up with some of these ideas. I've tried to talk to him about it, but he.
Do you think he came up with this on his own, or he's being told this to get him ready to go?
I think the idea of 9/11 seems to come up from his own, on his own, but he's been that way ever since, he had just joined the National Guard when 9/11 occurred. He's just been there itching to go ever since then, and so they asked his unit if he wanted to volunteer. They weren't even asked. They weren't even told they had to go. They were asked to volunteer, and just about everybody in his unit volunteered. So all I can do is pray for him. Hopefully things will be all right.
All right, best of luck to you and best of luck to your son, David.
Take care.
Thank you.
See you, my man.
Take care.
Here's Andrew. Andrew, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, Ron and Fez. I was in the military myself, and I wanted to comment about the guy that just called. They lie to you. Look at the commercials. Go get a job in computers, or you're going to work with.
How many of your friends has that happened to? They're like, yeah, I signed up for this and never got it.
It's bullshit. They lie to you, and they tell you stuff, and they fill you with all this pride, and then they send you out and they screw you in the end. It's a total lie. I was in the Navy myself. And it's just bullshit.
Well, there's a reason why they don't take guys that are 30. You know what I mean? Like, when you hit your 30s and they start saying, hey, you need to take that hill, you're going to go, wait, are you serious? That hill? I don't think it's a good idea. We've discussed it. It's not really, doesn't seem like the hill for us. You want to catch guys that are 18 that, the kind of the football players from school that like to get fired up, love that feeling, and they're the ones that make the best weapons.
Well, they think they're invincible, too.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well, we all were. We felt like that at that age no matter what you were doing. Some guys, but that's why you would get in bar fights and, do whatever. It's the perfect age to turn these guys into weapons. If I had to grab somebody here to go into war with, I'd grab Bill, the intern, in a heartbeat before Fezzy or Earl. Bill would love to take the hill for you.
He wouldn't stop.
No. And I'm sure he'd love to light huts on fire and rape. He would love to dive into that attitude.
Eventually, you would have to rein Bill back in.
Right. No, you wouldn't. You just wait for him to get shot. That's all. You would never want to. Either that or you court-martial him later. But you wouldn't be able to rein him back in. Once you unleash that Fez, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it.
Frightening.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I guess you got to have it.
Hey, Chuck, you're on the Ron and Fez show, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I just got a comment about this military shit here. Everybody thinks it's a big hunting extravaganza when you go over there. My little brother just came back from Iraq there. He ran a battalion. He stood up on them towers in Ramadi there, and before he could even shoot anybody that was perceived as a threat, you'd have to fire a warning flare.
Right.
And then a test shot, and then he could shoot. But everybody, it's not a big hunting extravaganza over here. So the liberal fucks that keep calling in and saying, "Oh, it's a big hunting extravaganza." That ain't the
right.
That's not the way it works.
I was reading this with the British military that the guys themselves are terrified to shoot the British soldiers because they can be brought up like it's the same kind of thing that happens when a cop in this country shoots a weapon, where the first thing they're done is pulled back, everything goes over. And it's like an investigation. So the last thing you want to be doing is shooting if you're in the British military. Just bizarre when you think about it.
And there's just no clue on who's an insurgent and who's a citizen.
Yeah. And, when we get into this, whenever you see, everyone always talks about support the troops, supports the troops. As soon as something goes wrong, like the bullshit that went down in that jailhouse over there, the first people that take it in the ass are the grunts. Every single time. Nobody supports those guys on the bottom. No generals ever got drug out over that whole deal.
I know, they had memos from Alberto Gonzales, the Attorney General, on that.
Yeah, it went all the way up to Rumsfeld, thought it was a good idea. Who's going away to prison? Waterhead and that whole gang. Just stupid. Sometimes you gotta look out for yourself. Because the last thing that people with money are ever going to do is look out for anybody. Hey, Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show, buddy. Yeah.
Are you talking to Jason?
Yeah.
That's you.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I hear you, man. No, the whole religion thing you talking. I was like you, Ronnie, growing up, asked the questions that people didn't want to answer, when you were certain. I got a little bit older and I asked the minister of the church, I said, if you took a kid and he wasn't drugged down here every Sunday against his will, given colored books, would he have religion? If he was raised in the woods around no people, would he know God? And he said, yeah, he would. I said, how do you figure if there's no one there to tell him? He said, man, after a while as he grew up, when it rained, the seasons change, whatever, he would start to think, that something's causing it, something bigger than him.
Well,
He might be the rock next to him. He might not call it God, but he will believe sooner or later there's something bigger than him.
All right, thanks, Jason. I'm going to let you go because I agree 100% with that. You never go anywhere on this planet. You'll find these guys, they're like headhunters down in South America, and they got some kind of God. That's the weird thing about the human condition, the human species. Everybody had a God. Now, it's always a different one, and, sometimes we got 400 of them or whatever, but people feel great with the metaphor of a God, a higher power.
They all came to the same conclusion. And I remember...
Well, it's not the same conclusion. It's the conclusion of there's something bigger than just humanity.
And I remember just hating getting dragged to Sunday school. I did everything to get out of Sunday school.
Yeah, every kid hates it.
Just awful.
Every kid hates it. What are you going to do? Now I think, they don't have to dress as uncomfortably as we do. That's better for them. You see them in shorts. Well, why didn't they have that when I was younger?
Yeah, it's all tank tops and sneakers now.
Oh, God. Oh, these kids nowadays with the games and bop, bop, bop. Sound like a couple of old cranks. All right, we're going to take a break here, Fezzy. We got something else to play, Earl? Something you wanted to promote here?
Well, we have The God Warrior.
Oh, yeah. She's on tonight, right, Fez?
Yeah, that's Trading Spouses on Fox, I believe 9 o'clock tonight.
And basically, she's done a lot to make Christians look like crazy people.
Oh, yeah. The in part one of this show, she ended up going to a house where they're into astrology and some more New Age type stuff.
Right.
And she's a real fundamentalist who is afraid because of, of her faith. Those kind of things scare her.
But for some reason on this show, and I don't know whether it's editing or just the reality, the pagan lady comes out looking like $1 million. The Christian lady looks like a big, fat, toothless maniac.
Yeah, and we compare her with another crazy lady we know, which is Mrs. Paulo. So here it is.
Please leave me alone.
Okay,
please.
Dark Savage! I give it up to God! I'm a God warrior!
I'm just the biggest loser in the world.
Entire hell is Dark Savage too!
It's okay. It's not a good time.
Get the hell out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray. I don't want someone with Satan. Anything in police. I want those bastards put in jail. Everything's ungodly.
Obviously, he gives a shit more about you than anybody else.
Get him off the phone. I want no money. I want nothing. I want my God and I want my family.
Please leave me alone, please.
She's not a Christian.
What have they ever done for me? Now I should talk to them while I'm in the hospital.
She was hampering the angelic side and stuff. Get him off the phone. Gargoyles, psychics. Now sons of goddamn garbage. Doing anything with my family.
You're crazy.
She was hampering the angelic side and stuff. I want those bastards put in jail. Everything's ungodly. Get him off the phone. Yeah! They came to my house. Gargoyles, psychics.
Obviously, he gives a shit more about you than anybody else.
Fezzy, the Ron and Fez Show. XM202.
The Ron and Fez Show. Well, we're shooting through this one today, Fezzy. Today's one of those shows I wish it could go on for 10 hours.
It's going fast.
Yeah, too fast.
Heading into the last hour here.
Now, I got an email here. Somebody by the way, if you ever need to email us, it's ronandfez@AOL.com, ronandfez@AOL.com. .com. Somebody angry, I guess, when we were talking about video games being used to train some of the troops to kind of desensitize them. And it says that this gentleman says that these bastards that say that video games making kids more violent killers and things of that nature doesn't believe with them, actually thinks that it decreases somewhat, and mass media just claims that. I wasn't so much saying that playing games makes you a better killer. I think that one of the things that we were learning, that when you're in tanks and stuff like that, they teach with video games now, so it makes you better, more skilled before you get out. You've kind of seen what it looks like in the field. I don't know if violent games make you more of a killer. What do you think, Fez?
Yeah, I think there is something to that.
Do you?
I definitely do. Because I used to play video games till my thumbs went on me.
Yeah.
And I would play that Doom.
Right.
And I remember...
I didn't know you were a big Doom player.
It was years ago.
Yeah.
But I would play that Doom, and I know, like... It was in my head, like I would play for a while,
right?
And then it was always in my head afterwards, even when I laid down and went to sleep, of looking around corners and stuff.
Right, but you didn't do it.
No.
The only real way to say video games would make you violent is that if you could prove by playing a video game you went out and killed somebody. If it changed your fantasies or whatever... I kind of feel like human fantasies are pretty dark. That's why we have stuff like boxing and football, and we love to see somebody get crushed. That's why Jackass was big, because we love to see somebody get hurt. I kind of feel like that's always been around. I think those 8 people were busting up when somebody fell out of a tree, just falling down laughing. Earl, do you think the video games make you more or maybe even less?
I'm not really sure, because... I don't know, I'll come from I was like that first wave, like ColecoVision and all of those games.
Right.
They didn't make me more crazy. I mean,
but those games aren't as good as the ones now. When you play these games now, I mean, they're incredibly real, whether you're playing the football ones and basketball ones, and every year it gets better and better and better, more realistic.
Yeah, I remember for a while Half-Life was the big game. And that game was disturbing because you basically learned how to use a scope rifle.
Sure.
And how to be a sniper and a sharpshooter.
And let's face it, it's fun to be a sniper and a sharpshooter.
But
that's part of the allure of that whole thing.
But the second the game was over, I didn't want to go on the roof of a building and start plucking people either.
I would even go this far. Maybe it somehow lets you do something with your fantasies and lets you... It keeps it from being in real life. And I'm not positive about it. But just like, let's say, when you're dating a wild chick, you sure are into that chick a lot more than you are looking at other chicks because she's wild. She's going to play out some fantasies with you. Where, who's the guy who's more likely to go out with hookers? A guy who's with a chick who never wants to make love, and when she does, she just lays there like a dead fish. So maybe playing out some of your fantasies is good for you. I don't know. Here's Elmer. Some people want to jump into this. Here's Elmer. Elmer, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
I just wanted to, I heard you guys talking about the video game violence, and, you know, God strike me down that it's not the truth, that it does not cause violence, but it can bring violence out in a violent-natured person. Many, many times have I been playing a video game and just been pissed off at the world prior to playing it, and after things just do not go my way, I just want to kill my computer, throw the PlayStation through the friggin' roof, do whatever.
But that doesn't necessarily make you a violent person. You might be the same way if you had any hobby. Let's say you were doing crosswords and you came home and tried to decompress and you stunk at that. You might chuck the crosswords. I don't know if the game is bringing that out in you.
It's not.
You're just a short-fused guy.
That's what I'm trying to say,
okay.
is the fact that it's not the device that's doing it, it's the person's personality.
Right.
And when things don't go their way, they use it as a crutch, and it's bullshit.
You know, it's kind of like we say, like, oh, does football make people more violent? Violent people are going to kind of be drawn to football at a very early age, you know,
exactly.
And love it. I thank you very much. And maybe it just kind of brings them together.
Especially with boxing, a lot of guys who became fighters, they went, you know what, this was a way to channel my rage.
Or cops would take them at age 12 over to the gym and say, look, here's how you discipline yourself. And it's the same thing with, like, the Marine Corps, where you take that guy who's kind of a wild kid and you go, this is going to give you a place where you can channel it. But they do love, the TV news, loves to go, here's the new thing to worry about. Are you creating a serial killer in your house because you don't know what fucking games they're playing? Here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Not bad.
Good.
Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah. Hey, guys. No, I just want to say, I don't think it's so much the video games. I play video games all the time. I grew up with violent video games.
Right.
My whole family let me play Doom. I had very young parents. They were both 16, had twins, and very open-minded growing up. But they taught me, they said, this is not how real life is. This is a video game. This is fantasy. You don't go out and just shoot somebody with a gun, even though you can do it in the game.
Right.
And I think it's more the parents who just let their kids, same parents who sit their kids down in front of Barney or sit their kids down in front of Batman, and then they don't do anything. They don't teach their kid that it's a comic or a story, and they let TV and video games raise their children for them because they're either too lazy, too busy, or whatever their reasons, and then those are the kids,
before that, parents would let their kids read books all night or sit and draw, and like there was always something, because the parents can't be there 24 hours a day. You just can't. And most of the time, if your kid doesn't grow up fucked up, it's because you're lucky. You didn't do something special. You just lucked out. That's all. Here's Sean. Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, talking about the video games, and I kind of agree with the last guy. He was the way I was growing up personally. If I would have, I was into video games too, and I've gotten out of them. I'm 27 now. Not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but well, with the field that I work in, for instance, I work with adjudicated youth, and a lot of it, I don't necessarily feel sorry for any of the people, that I work with, because I think a lot of it depends on the individual and how they take it.
Right. Exactly. So why do we have this thing, Fez? Why do you think they make them more violent? I say you got that because you heard it from the news. I don't know if you would have brought that on yourself. I don't know if you, a guy playing video games, would have said to yourself, I'm becoming more violent because of these video games.
I think that it instigates things in certain people. Some people can handle them, some people can't.
But how rare are we talking? How many times have you heard anybody, the number of video games are out there, it's bigger than films right now in terms of being $1 billion industry. And how many school shooters have we seen over the last 10 years? 6, 10, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it can't, how could that possibly be tied in with the video games themselves?
It probably affects something for a kid that has a chip loose in his head anyway.
But wouldn't anything else affect them like that? How do you know it's the video game? You know what I mean? Maybe it would be watching Bugs Bunny. Maybe it would be just the way they're treated by society. I think it's always the easy way out for the news to just blame rock and roll, hip-hop, video games, anything that seems to be fun. The news wants to flip-flop like it's some disgusting, awful thing. They're just a bunch of crybabies over there. Just crybabies.
And it's just a reflection of what's going on. So it's no real big deal. It's like, wow, they're shooting people and loot. I'm like, that goes on every day.
They used to, exactly. They could watch the news. You're going to see actual people getting killed if you watch the news, and I'm desensitized to that. I'll see people that are dead on the news and not feel like the same way I would feel, or I should feel, when I see somebody get killed.
Look with Hurricane Katrina, you saw bodies floating along on the streets. You saw people dying right in front of you.
Right.
And no one complained about it. It was like, wow, this is going to make kids... it was just a fact of life.
Because you do become desensitized faster and faster. Remember 9/11. The initial pictures would destroy you. Now those things go on every year, and you've already, whatever your body does, it blocks it, so it doesn't feel the same impact when you first saw it.
And the news agencies, the same ones who were complaining about it, they have no problem Like, I always remember when Joe Theismann broke his leg on Monday Night Football. They had no problem showing it over and over and over and over again. To the
that
point
one
where,
I still have trouble looking at.
But it doesn't bother me anymore.
No, me either.
And
as a matter of fact, since it's Theismann, I love it. I wish it would happen to him again, now that he's calling games. Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, buddy.
Two things. You're talking about the video games. There's actually a case down here in Alabama. A guy killed 3 people in a 911 center. It happened to be like 2 dispatchers and a cop. And they tried to use that argument by him saying, well, I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. It got to me, so this is why I killed the 3 people. Court said bullshit, and they sent him away for life, no parole.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, games mean, you should know. You're putting on it's called a PlayStation. It's not real life. Get a bazooka and go blow some people up. I mean, you should know. I mean, any logical thinker is going to know you can't go out and shoot 3 people and expect to get away with it because you play Grand Theft Auto on a daily basis. I don't know where these people are thinking.
I don't get it either. I do not understand it. And I don't know why anybody lets them use that. Because you saw a movie or read a book, somehow that's dangerous? I don't get it.
I think that was what they tried to use with that kid in Miami who, killed the little girl using moves he had watched on wrestling.
Right.
And now I think he's out already.
Well, he was a little boy when it happened, and even the family didn't want that to happen to him. Even the victim's family were like, he was just a big, goofy kid, and they thought it was a horrible accident at the time. Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy? Tom? Once, twice? You're out. He had a good one, too. Here's Tony. Tony, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Big ass 202, boys.
All right, way to go, old school.
Hoo-ah! I got to be honest with you. I admit I'm a racist because of Donkey Kong. I got tired of chasing that monkey around, and it was just too much. And now that's definitely impacted on my views towards colored people.
All right. So, did you think it was going to go over bigger, Tony?
I was hoping, buddy.
In your mind, did you picture the laughter?
I would.
The high fives, the Tony, can you be here tomorrow? Did you think that's what we yell at Tony? Is there any way you can get here and help us do the show tomorrow? Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
A couple things. One first thing about these violent video games. I have 4 kids, and they play video games all day long. In the summertime, I don't have a problem with it. I don't let them play Grand Theft Auto or anything like that. But I mean, it's kind of a way of getting some of that stuff out, I mean, if you can't go out and play football or baseball or something like that, play a video game and get some of that stress out,
when we were younger, we'd go outside and pretend we were killing each other when we didn't have video games.
I know, exactly.
We were just constant. I mean, me and my friends were like 4 and 5, just either pointing our fingers at each other or sticks. And just and playing out the death game over and over and over again. There's something incredibly aggressive in little boys. We're interested in murder as soon as we can figure out what's going on in society.
It's cowboys and Indians.
Cowboys and Indians, you're playing army, cops and robbers. How can we act like we're killing each other?
And it didn't mean you were going to actually pick up a rock and hit someone upside the head with it.
And even, there's something, well, sometimes we did that too, but, again, that's part of little boys. But at the same time, when an adult goes out with his chick, his friend will say to him, how was the movie? He said, he'll always the other, nothing happened. Which means no one got killed, nothing exploded, nothing happened. When you go to the movies, you want to see some stuff happen.
I still do that now. I have this little meter of what type of... It's got to have either gratuitous sex,
sure,
gratuitous violence...
You're Bruckheimer.
...dinosaurs and or robots. There's some type of monster in it. It's got to have one of those 3 for me to go out and see it.
And then buddies. You want the homoerotic buddy talk. Hey, Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah.
Real quick, you made the perfect point, Ron.
Yeah.
Talking about just the statistics of it all. It's, in an academic sense, it's statistically irrelevant if you look at the number of school shootings as compared to the number of video games and video game consoles out there. It's not the damn video game. Sick fucks are sick fucks, no matter how you look at it.
There used to be Billy the Kid who was shooting people at 13 back in the Old West.
And you look at a guy like the all-time sick fuck, Adolf Hitler, and, you know, he was just an out-of-work jerk on the streets of Vienna, and then he saw this preacher spitting all this hatred and venom towards Jews, and it flipped the switch in him. And then the next thing you know, we have the most homicidal maniac in the history of the world.
All right, so statistically, doesn't even pop up.
No, think about it. Grand Theft Auto, every time it comes out, it sells 10 million copies. And then what, are you going to blame a Grand Theft Auto on everybody?
And they want to. They absolutely want to every time.
Look, I'm an academic. I do academic research for a living, day in, day out. I don't have the exact numbers, obviously, but if you did the number of Grand Theft Autos that were sold as compared to the number of school shootings that have been since Grand Theft Auto has been out, it is, by definition, statistically irrelevant.
All right, thanks. Here's, let's go to Andy. Andy, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you guys?
Yeah.
Hey, my comment is the violent video games, everybody's blaming the kids if they get in trouble on that. But correct me if I'm wrong, all the games are rated NC-17 of something like that. And it's the fucking parents that buy these video games for the kids. So essentially they're turning them into the devils.
I don't know if you've ever been to a store, but it's I'm going to cut you off so I can do this. But there's always a little kid standing next to an adult telling them what they have to have. Because the adult obviously doesn't know one way or another. And they run up so much cash now. Just hang around a store and watch. You'll see a kid that's 5 or 6 telling, no, these are the sneakers I need. This is the skateboard I need. These are the games I need. And the parents just buy them for it.
I would never know. If I was there with a kid,
nobody does. No adult knows what. How would you know what the fucking cool sneakers are if you're an adult?
But beat me.
New Balance. Look at these.
You wear them and love it.
These are comfortable. I've tried everything on, son. These are the most comfortable shoes. You know, just like you didn't want to wear the shoes your dad wore, these kids don't want to wear what you're wearing.
I know it's a generational thing, but I couldn't even say that to my parents, like, I have to have this.
No.
It would just, I mean...
Some kids could, though. You had spoiled friends, and you know it.
Oh, totally. But,
yeah.
But at the same... My parents, it was just like, this is what you're getting. You're going to like it. It's like, unless you get a job and start paying your own bills.
But you remember what it felt like not to have cons when you needed cons. Yeah. Not to have Nikes when you needed that.
No, I mean, but at the same token, my parents were hip enough to know what... They were in tune on what kids bought.
But they were black. Try growing up with white parents.
It's awful.
I know, we always had pro kids. We didn't have the ones with the 3 stripes on it, but we had the pro kids. We had we were close. We were either close.
My mom always tried to talk me out of cons. They fall apart. Yes. What could be cooler?
Me, it was the Chuck Taylors.
Chuck Taylors were the coolest. All right, let's bring in Bill, the weird intern. He's of the age of all this. He's just a youngster. You seem like an odd, violent guy. Do you play video games at all, Bill?
Yes, I do. Not as much now as I used to, but...
What's the video game of choice? What one were you obsessed with in your life?
I obsessed with games made by the company Square Enix. And that's only because I've been collecting them for years, and it's more of a compulsion now.
What kind of games are we talking about?
We're talking about role-playing games mostly, console role-playing games, and that's about it.
First-person shooter?
I play a little bit of those because I need something to play for 10 minutes and stop playing when I'm doing work and stuff. The other games I take hours playing.
Do you have weird fantasies? I know you don't like women much, right?
Well, I have... let's say low, not respect, but low faith in women mostly, especially from Long Island.
So the Long Island girls, the worst women on the planet.
Yes.
She-devils.
What have they done to you? Would you say you hate them?
I hate that mentality they all have.
Are you comfortable around women?
Yes. Especially
could you hang out with women? Could you spend the night just you and 2 or 3 girls?
Yes.
And be comfortable with that? Because a lot of young guys can't.
Yes, I could hang out with women. I don't know, it depends if I'm drunk or not, like what my level of comfortability
will be.
And what I might say.
Would you need some alcohol to do it?
Depends how much. If it's new people,
What if it was sex? Could you flirt with a woman without drinking first?
Yes, but I would think I would do much better if I was drinking a bit.
What would you say to a woman?
Well,
if you were attracted to her.
And I'm drinking or not drinking?
Let's say not drinking.
I would just start talking to someone, and then if they seemed interested in me, just...
Do you fantasize about them immediately?
I would assume no. I'm not really too sure about that.
You have trouble fantasizing?
No. Just offhand, if I see a woman, I'm not sure if I would fantasize right away and then talk to them or not.
Do you fantasize about famous women or women that you know?
Women that I know.
Mm-hmm. About hurting them?
Nah.
Bill?
Well, there's women I hate, but that has nothing to do with the women that I like.
Specific women that you hate?
No, just generally...
Or you just hate a type you see walking down the street?
You hate a Long Island woman?
Well, like those Italian women from, like the Puerto Rican Italian, like, every girl...
Dark women.
Like, every girl that has, like, money on Long Island that really... Like, that whole fucking mentality that you just, like, shop at malls and then you grow up and get married and then you divorce your husband when you become around 40 because you stop going out with the family, you stop... when you get married and then you realize you're getting older and then you realize you're going to have your last hurrah and then you stop you start going out more and you find reasons to hate your husband and then you divorce him.
You come from a divorced family?
No, but I do see those attributes in my mom.
Mom dates?
Not now.
Yeah, but she did?
No. I wouldn't know though. I hardly ever go home.
Yeah, because you... Don't feel comfortable there.
Well, I don't feel comfortable around my family at all, so
right.
That's why I don't basically go home.
If you do go home, it'll be with a rifle.
Yeah. If I go home, I get angry instantly once I walk into that house.
Right.
Happy holidays.
Did something happen that made you feel this way?
I don't know. It's when my dad was dying, it got really weird around the house. He got really weird. He started becoming depressed and freaking out a lot. And
I wonder why.
Mom was
he was dying. So Mom was not hanging around while Dad was dying?
To me, she really wasn't that much.
She was dating. Will you think she was?
I couldn't make a call on that, but I definitely had to play adult in that family.
Right.
I had to be the one that, when Dad freaked out, I had to be the one that said, hey, blah, 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 this isn't, calm down, this, blah, blah, blah. And my guy had to be the one that talked to Mom and said, hey, Dad's in this mood, you have to be around him.
So you went through a really stressful time.
Oh, yeah, for 1 or 2 years, whatever it was.
Makes you hate women.
I hate
what they did to you.
Well, I see it. I see what I'm talking about in a lot of women from where I come from. I've seen many people I know get divorced. I see it's just that mentality. I see the kids are now growing up in families that are only all the parents are working,
right,
and they have nannies. And then, like, when they grow up and you talk to them, you find out they actually are. A lot of their beliefs come from the nannies they had and stuff like that, like religion.
A lot of kids are into voodoo because their nannies were Jamaican. For you, they put you on a lot of drugs?
No.
The family? You're on a lot of drugs now, though, right?
No, Adderall, but beside that...
What's that?
I mean, drugs that doctors prescribe for me. I mean, no, I'm not on a lot of those, just Adderall.
What's Adderall?
Adderall is like... it's like nitrous in a Honda Civic. It
just jumps you up?
Yeah, it makes you work a lot faster and a lot more efficient.
Is it like doing crystal meth? Have you ever done meth?
I haven't done actual crystal meth, but I've heard that basically Adderall is that, and there's a way to actually turn Adderall into it.
So you're cranked up all the time. You're basically super amped.
Yep, and my psychiatrist, who doesn't actually talk to me about anything, I just walk in and get the prescription. He basically says to me, hey, you're doing everything right. Here's another prescription. Here's another 60 pills.
Just a refill. Yeah. You take the Adderall every day?
I used to have that, but I called it my dealer. And he'd be like, you're doing everything right. You're making something out of yourself. Here, snort this. So you get amped up every day, and the more amped up you are, the more you dislike women.
Well, I don't get amped up every day. It's just the days that I have to usually go to school or work. But if I don't have to, I don't take it.
So you got to be high to come to work. You got to be cranked up to come to work. Everybody says you're doing a good job, but it's because you're just fucking flying around here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't take your Adderall? What are you like?
I'd work pretty well, but I don't think I'd be as on my feet about...
Oh, you wouldn't like him, Fez, if he didn't take Adderall.
Like, mentally, I don't think I could pick up and jump onto something as quickly.
Can you have sex on this drug?
Yes. Everything but OxyContin. That's where the problems happen.
You had OxyContin?
I've had OxyContin.
Right. From your shrink?
From my dad's pills.
Oh, good. So while Dad's dying, he's like, I'm suffering, I need something. Wait a minute, who ate all these? Bill!
No, this is after.
Oh, after he died.
And I made
Empty again.
Yeah.
That's when, those came and went and stuff.
So you're not dating now?
Currently, no. I have no time for anything involving school or socially.
All right, so that's a problem. We don't want you as an intern not having time for school.
No, I go to classes and stuff, and
because when you fail out of school and you don't get a job in radio, you're going to come back here and kill everybody at XM.
No,
we worry.
Because your internship will go with it.
That's definitely what I don't want. But I think I'm doing good with school.
I don't know. I met Bill a year ago. He drove down to D.C. when we were working there, gave me a scary script, and a bunch of cigars, which I appreciated. And then we all waved goodbye, and I go, there's one scary kid. And then I thought, well, I'll just write back to him and say, hey, aggressive script is what I actually wrote back to him. Because it was, about forcing women to have abortions. And
no, but it was in a comedy aspect.
Yes,
though.
I know. That's what scared me most of all, that you found it humorous.
Funny.
So, punching women in stomachs and stuff like that while they're pregnant. So I just wrote back, hey, aggressive script. Good luck with it. And then when I walked back in XM and he was here, it was just like... I know what you did last summer, too, where you feel like you're away from the scary person, but they're still here.
You turn the corner, and there's the killer.
Gris wants to talk to you. Gris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up? I just want to say that Adderall it's for ADD. It's the same shit that, like, Ritalin. We used to take it in college for finals to break it up and snort it. It's called poor man's Coke.
Right.
Yeah. Kids pay a lot for that Adderall here.
So you know that. You feel like you're coked up a little bit.
I feel like my wallet's a little thicker sometimes during midterms.
What's he mean by that? Like he sells it?
He's selling his own prescription.
All these kids that are on the drugs, they're college kids and high school kids, they either sell it for money or they're trading. There's like trading parties where they all get together and I'll give you 2 downs for these, ups.
Are you supposed to be taking it every day? I know you said you didn't.
No, because Adderall is unlike Ritalin, you can take Adderall when you want. You don't have to take it every day, and when you stop Adderall, you don't have to take less dosage and less.
Can you sleep on it, though?
No.
So
absolutely
that's a problem.
Not, no.
So just letting you know, as you're getting into a new business and you're trying to figure out, you don't want to go through it amped on drugs, because now you don't know whether you really can do it or not without drugs.
Well, I still think I could do it without it. I haven't been taking anything that I haven't been doing for a year or two, and sometimes I've been here without taking Adderall a few times.
I want to just give you a little psychological test, right?
Okay.
All right, if you're sitting here with Fez, and there's a knife, do you stab him?
No.
Why did you have to think about that?
Yeah, there was kind of a hesitance there.
I don't, what type of knife are we talking about? I mean, maybe
a hunting knife.
No.
Shouldn't matter.
Let me ask you this. Fez's head, does it look better on his shoulders or cut off and you wearing it as a hat?
On his shoulders, of course.
Okay. Good one.
Yeah.
All right, that one didn't seem like it came to you better.
You're doing everything right.
You don't want to wear his head as a hat, do you?
No.
Bill?
No. Even though it's funny, the image, but...
Funny how?
How is that funny?
Like, you have a bunch of heads, like, on your shoulder, and you're kind of walking down the street, and you're talking to people, and it's like a marionette. You kind of refer to them and stuff.
All right, here is Jeff wants to talk to you. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez. Say hi to Bill, the intern.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, Jeff.
I knew this girl, and she used to take Adderall or Ritalin when we were going to have sex, and she'd have these crazy orgasms. Screaming, yelling, multiple orgasms. Wondering if you've ever come across that, giving it to your girlfriends or anything.
Bill?
No, I don't come across that with girls with Adderall. I've never really...
You don't have sex with girls?
Well, I don't want to shit where I eat.
Oh.
As it's, I think it said. Like, I don't... like the girl.
On a girl?
Well, the girls that...
That's why you don't shit on her pussy. Good thinking, Bill.
But I mean, like, you don't want to ruin a business partner... by...
Now, what girls are you talking about?
Specific people that...
On the O&A show?
No, people from school. Nah.
What? He thinks some of the interns are girls.
Oh.
So you don't think that you should be with girls at school?
No, I'm saying that I don't think that girls on Adderall that I would, or girls that I might be
shitting on them,
lending Adderall shouldn't. I don't really know whether or not they would have a better orgasm because
you're
they're on
spinning
Adderall.
out of control.
So in this metaphor, the Adderall is shit,
or the girl?
Who's shit?
Well, girls are shit, so therefore I think it all kind of.
What about Jodie Foster? I know you want to impress her. How would you impress Jodie?
Shooting.
No, don't say it, because that's a wrong answer.
Oh, my bad.
That's a wrong answer. Nothing violent.
You would send her your script and try to get her to star in it.
I'll tell you, he'd be better off. I mean, if he did that, they'd pick him up in a heartbeat.
She would be in it.
You know what?
Conclusions.
I read his comedy and didn't sleep for 3 nights.
What comedy?
3 nights. Your funny movie script.
I'd hate to see you write a slasher film.
I think if people could get past the opening scene, then they would get the movie.
Without puking.
The opening scene's a little aggressive because we wanted to set the tone.
It did set the tone. It really did. That's why I couldn't sleep like I was on Adderall for 3 nights. Here's Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
I'm fairly certain that Adderall is in the class of drugs that we call an antipsychotic, like Risperdal, which is typically prescribed for schizophrenics.
Any of the all seem like they're antipsychotic.
I'm pretty sure. Well,
what kind of shape were you in? Why did they decide to put you on this drug, Bill?
I was getting in a lot of trouble at school, and in an attempt to have any high school career at the school I was going, we kind of plea bargained that I would see a psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm. What were you doing that was so bad?
Last 2 years of high school, I got really like all my friends got kicked out. I was like the only kid there that I was new. I didn't really have friends there, and I was
when the friends were they imaginary friends, like in Beautiful Mind,
or 2 heads sitting on your shoulders?
Just two people I know, and I just
you know not to juggle heads, right?
Nah,
because that's wrong. That's what we've learned.
It's a bad thing.
Right, it's a bad thing. Whew.
But just got in trouble, and we went, and then my mom, the doctor's like, here, try Adderall. I'm like, I'm not taking any drugs you prescribe me. And my mom basically bribed me to take it.
Even though she was dating other people?
Yeah.
While your dad was dying?
Yeah, and cheating on him and going out at night.
Was she?
I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right, let's play word association game. Whore.
Mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I was worried about. I'm not even going to do the rest of the test. Let me try it again. Whore.
Mom.
Actually getting a quicker reaction.
Yeah. Faster. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back. Trying to be an amateur psychologist here. You got something for us, Earl?
Yeah, this is courtesy of Blowhard.
What is it?
It's we always play like weird outtakes of celebrities going crazy, and
yeah, who's this one?
This is Mr. Howell, Jim Backus.
All right, good. We're right back, Ron and Fez.
This is Jim Backus for Levy's Lazy Boy Shop. For years, you've identified me with I can't believe. Number one, I ordinarily do not read this kind of shit. However, that's no excuse for being a total fuck-up and a screaming incompetent. Turn it on. Slate. I'm going to sell this piece of shit if it's the last thing I do.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
All right. Ron and Fez show. We got Bill the intern hanging out with him a little bit, finding out what drugs he's on. With all the younger guys, Fez, you got to figure out what drugs they're on.
Yeah, and it seems like just about everybody on something.
Right. Where everybody called Tom Cruise this lunatic by acting like the shrinks are handing out too many drugs. Here you see this guy, Bill, who's healthy young man, but has to take drugs to come in here and do his internship.
And how long you been on drugs? Prescribed drugs?
Well, I wouldn't really consider them drugs as much as just like a way of life, you know?
Yeah.
How long
I was on drugs as a way of life, too. People called me a drug addict. But that's a whole different thing.
But, yeah, I probably 2 years now.
Yeah.
That's how long you've been seeing the psychiatrist and
Yeah,
stuff?
same prescription, basically. And just on and off. I used to, but up until the internship, I really only been taking it once or twice a week. Now it's like, not much, but I take it probably 4 days a week, 5 days a
About
week.
4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And on the weekend you crash?
I definitely don't take any on the weekend.
Sleep all weekend?
I try not to, but sometimes I fall asleep like on a Friday. It'll be a Sunday before when I wake up.
I understand. Do you ever hear voices?
No.
Next time when you get yourself in one of these drug-induced stupors, I just want you to remember, without Harry, the rest of your life would go well. And people would like you.
Yeah, I definitely feel he's holding me back.
If Harry's gone, you win. If Harry's gone, you win. If Harry's gone, you win. If Harry's gone, you win.
He's like some type of filter.
If Harry's gone, I win.
Kill Harry. Kill Harry.
Kill Harry.
Harry's the devil. Harry's the devil. Kill Harry. Now, kill Harry. Stab him. Stab him. You'll feel good. Kill Harry. Whatever. Take another pill.
There a
Pills are
knife?
good. Pills are good. Take another pill.
Well, I always got some backup.
Yeah. You don't like women? You don't date them?
No, I do.
But the main problem is those...
I hate that mentality.
That Long Island mentality.
Like that whole shallow, Italian princess thing.
Boy, with Italians.
I don't know. I'm half Italian, so...
Yeah, and so's Mom?
Mom's 100% Italian.
Mm-hmm. So you hate Italian women.
So
like your mom.
You don't want a gal like dear old Dad married.
No, that's definitely something.
Not the way he ended up like a magnolia with Bill hanging over him crying. It's not going to stop till you wise up. Hey, Keith, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
I take Adderall. I've taken Ritalin, but they got some new stuff out. It's called Silert. They basically take Ritalin, and it's the purest form of whatever the active ingredient in Ritalin is.
Yeah.
They bring it down to Silert, and you take 5 or 10 milligrams of that, and that's like taking quadruple the dose of Ritalin.
Yeah.
But I've been on that stuff for about 4 or 5 years. It really helps you, function. If I don't take it, I can't get my stuff done.
You can't get high. Right. I understand. I was the same way with crank. But now, Fezzy, it's like if the doctor just said, you know what, you're lazy. Here, let me roll up this dollar. I want you to snort this rail. That's where we are with the shrinks now. And everybody acted like Tom Cruise was some kind of moron because he said, no, I'm worried about the psychiatrist.
Now, doesn't it give you, like, the shakes or anything? I mean, isn't that...
Look at this kid. He's pale. He doesn't eat. He's pulling at his fingers. He's fucking wired.
I wouldn't be able to have the feeling of my heart beating out of my chest.
Yeah, sometimes you try to sleep and it's just like dun-dun-dun, and you're like, oh, man.
Why don't you beat Fez's heart out of his chest for him? 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Hey, Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, my kids take Ritalin, and they were taking Ritalin, and they said they didn't go to school without it. We switched to the Adderall, and they don't need it. One of them takes it, and if he didn't take it, you couldn't notice. But the younger one, if he don't take it, it's like, winding up a yo-yo and just letting it go. He's just all over it. So I don't know. I think it has me basis.
Unless he takes the drugs, does he act childish?
Well, no, he gets real moody with it, but if he doesn't take it, he's just like he had a pound of sugar and he just ate it all at once. And he just goes nuts, and you can really tell.
Have you ever worked on the diet with him? Do you ever?
Well, me and his mother are divorced, and I get him every weekend, but he eats a normal diet at my house. I don't know what he gets at his mother's house.
You know what I recommend, Joe? Just give him the pill. Seriously, just give him the pill. Here's, son. Hey, son, just rest.
Crush it up into his juice.
Yeah, crush it up into his juice.
Oh, no, they take it willingly. It's not that they don't
who
want
wouldn't?
to take it.
I've always taken it willingly, too.
So they say if I don't give it to him on the weekends, that his level will drop and he's bad in school. I noticed, he has bad reports on Monday and Tuesday when I don't give it to him, so I've pretty much been ordered to give it to him when I have it on the weekend.
It's better to get the good report card no matter how cranked up you got to get him. I'm agreeing 100%.
All I'm hearing is good things about Adderall. So.
Sure. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of work getting done, apparently.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up?
Yeah.
Bill definitely has mother issues.
No. Really? You think so?
crazy mother Italian issues.
Sir, do you have a license?
You know, here's the thing. Bill, your mother had you, but you never had her.
Yes.
You needed her, but she didn't need you.
Yes.
John Lennon put it best for you, right? In the song Mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you ever want to talk to her on the air one day? Work some of this stuff out?
Sure, but it might turn into me just... Because any situation where I'll get annoyed by her, I'll just chew her out.
Does she know you feel this way?
Yeah,
she know that
she
you
does.
think that she's hooah?
Well, I don't think she thinks I think that, but she definitely knows I have problems with her and the way she works.
So you get in screaming matches with your mother?
No, it's usually me screaming, or I don't
it's
scream.
just one-sided.
I'm like, I just say such nasty, hateful things that just shuts her up.
Sometimes I think you're alone in that motel, and you just say that it's your mom up there that you're talking to. At the Hotel Bates, the Motel Bates.
Well,
you can end up in her clothes, Bill.
Like he hasn't.
See, I stay away from mom and brother. I don't really have anything to do with them.
Is he the one that mom likes better?
For the purposes of this, I'll say yes.
You think so? You think anything's happening between those two? In your fantasies, at least.
No.
What's the worst thing you've screamed at your mother when you were letting her have it? The worst thing you've called her to...
I don't know what the... Well, I find saying things about people's appearance, or a women's appearance, is the most hurtful things you could say to them.
Nice.
Like, you're fat or you're ugly, that's worse than saying the C word, because that's stuff that they can't really fix.
So is she fat and ugly?
No, but
beautiful.
No, but...
Arousing?
No, but... I definitely have said a lot of mean things about her, to her, and about her. And
what's the worst?
I don't know. I blamed her for dad dying a few times.
Yeah, you killed my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
And because what does she care? It was her husband.
She got all the insurance money. She doesn't care.
Right. Sure.
Now we have a house in Florida.
So
with the insurance money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
Naples.
Nice area. I wouldn't mind banging your mom one weekend and just having a getaway, doing a little golf and doggy style. Here's Jason. You're on with Bill, the intern.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I just want to know whatever happened. You have all these issues and stuff. Just taking a good hit of LSD, good old LSD. You have a good trip for a weekend down the desert, and you're cured.
You know, it is kind of true. Have you tripped?
Honestly, no. I don't know where to. Every time I've.
Yeah, you don't get it from a doctor. You got to go out on the streets. That's where the difference in generations. You sit around by yourself taking these pills, and me and my friends would do acid and smoke hash together, and listen to music and meet chicks and have fun.
Honestly, hallucinogenics are really the only thing I haven't done.
Well, I don't think you should. I'm not sure if you've got the psyche for it, my friend. I see you running down the street naked with a knife, screaming, "I'm taking back the planet." And I don't want to be, I don't want you caught up that way. But it did seem like, even though we did drugs illegally, we were having fun with it, where this generation's just fucking wired all the time on it.
Yeah,
and they're by themselves.
It's not recreational.
Here's, here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I just want to know what Bill thinks about idiots like Tom Cruise, who says that these drugs are not only no good for them, but are probably hurting people like him.
I think that probably 90% of the people on stuff like Adderall shouldn't have it.
Right.
But there are people who do need specific things, and...
Are you one of them? You can't work without it, can you?
I think I could. I know I could, because I've done it before, but it's not like...
Well, you got to go weeks at a time.
What do you mean weeks at a time on it?
To see whether it works. I mean, anybody can do one day anything.
I've been weeks over the summer not taking it, but I don't know about a total work situation like this one.
What
waking
would you
up
do?
at 4:20.
You just wouldn't have the energy.
I think it would be more, I would be doing everything everyone asked me, but I think little things would be messing it up. Like, I wouldn't be doing things right, or the phone screening things would just be a little worse.
Right.
So do you feel like you're addicted to it? If you think you could live off
psychologically, he's already addicted. I don't know whether he's physically, but when you feel like you have to have it to work.
Physically, I don't think I am, and I always talk to my doctor about this, but he doesn't care. He's just getting his kickback from the drug reps. So.
Yeah, the drug reps, nothing worse. Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if you could get Harry some Adderall, maybe, so he could step it up.
Absolutely not a bad idea.
What's now?
Harry, come slouching in here, you slack-jawed son of a bitch. You got nothing that this kid Bill has because you refuse to go the whole distance. You refuse to take the drugs.
Ooh. I feel like that would only hurt me. I can't.
How do you know?
I don't want to find out.
If we send you to the shrink, would you be willing to take the drugs?
No, I don't like. It's that self-defeating attitude. That's
good. Thank you, Bill.
What do you know? You're high on Adderall.
So what? He's getting his work done.
I'm going 100 miles an hour.
What we care about. Yeah. He's on top of his game.
One day he's going to be in here with a 6-shooter, though. Like, there's a balance above.
I'm willing to take that. And with a 6-shooter, where is he going? The Old West? Where is he going to get this 6-shooter?
I meant to say revolver, and I couldn't think of it quick enough.
You said 6-shooter. Like suddenly Jesse James still rides the planet.
Well, I'll tell you what, if that happens, I'm closing the saloon.
Good one, Fez. Way to bring back Slappy Pants. Bill,
Hey.
Ron and Fez.
How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Is it not me, or is the entire country just completely over-medicated?
Well, I know this. There is a huge generation of kids, college-age, school-age kids, high school and college, that every one of them will come in here and tell you what meds they're on.
Yeah, it's definitely a increase in the past 3 years on kids taking medication.
Legally. I mean, we always used to take medication, but again, we did it for fun.
Yeah.
Are you warned not to drink with your medicine that you take, Bill?
No, not really. I mean, it actually, kids take it to drink so you could drink longer and be more awake, and it works.
Here's Keith. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Question. Bill.
Yo.
Listen, my question is this. Have you been diagnosed with ODD as well?
Oh, he's ODD, all right. I'll fucking swear to that. He's odd.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, but the problem is, like, if you look at the efficacy of the substances that are used in this, mostly like Adderall XL, any of those types of a narcotic, you're looking at an efficacy rate of the fact that with ODD and ADHD in adults and adolescents, when they mostly mature, you see that these effects have a diminishing factor of ×2. So, I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking about with that, but either way.
What?
Now you sound like a psychiatrist.
Just give him the pills and let him lay down. Hey, Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tim, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Bill's got some serious respect issues with his mom. Somebody just needs to beat the snot out of him and teach him a little bit of respect for yelling at his mom and stuff. That's not right.
I don't yell at my mom. I tell her the truth about things because she refused to accept things.
And who the hell are you to judge your mother? She probably did the best that she possibly could with what she had to work with. And then she gets some kid like you that thinks...
Oh, yeah, she did the best she could. Never being home all the time, and I had to be drove home by other people and then sit home until 10 p.m. when she comes home every night. Makes sense.
So you were hurting from a little age, huh?
Yes.
You were little Bill.
Yes.
Miss Mommy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but...
What's wrong?
No, it's just more like... Actually...
Yeah, but when you think of that little kid now... You wish that he had somebody with him, right?
Well, it's not that I have a problem with my mom. It's just over the whole dad thing. Because the truth is...
Yeah, but let's talk about you. You're a little kid. And you're by yourself. And how did you feel?
Alone.
You were alone. And how's that feel?
Bad.
Right.
But then you get used to it.
With Adderall?
No, I don't. More just...
So you were used to, what age were you all by yourself, sitting alone?
6.
Yeah. Till 10 o'clock at night.
Well, I mean, parents would be home. This really didn't end up happening until late high school when this all started going, when I started driving. Because it was actually more my dad that wasn't around. Like, he was there, but he was a workaholic, so he was always doing stuff around the house. Like, I'd never been to a fast food place with my dad or anything like that. He was always home, and I always talked to him, but it wasn't that father-son relationship. And we had a lot of stuff we hadn't worked out.
What about this? Would you be willing to accept this for free? And Fez and I will pay to sterilize you so this ends now with this generation.
I'll pay for an ad.
I want you to think about yourself when you were young, right? Okay? You're 6 and you're sitting there listening to this song on the radio. And just tell your mom and dad what you really need from them now. What would you need, 6-year-old Bill?
Friends.
Why? You're ugly and stupid. Why do you need friends? No one loves you. Your mom doesn't love you, and your dad doesn't love you.
That's true.
They be there.
My life was like the comic book Calvin and Hobbes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like wandering around the woods.
True, if Calvin was whacked out on drugs, shitting himself, and thinking about killing his mom. Here, this will help you. Danny just brought this in. This is something. Was this written by you, Bill? The official Opie and Anthony movie?
I knew you were saving that for one time, but a friend and I. Well, my friend and I write scripts for a living.
For a living, you get paid?
Really?
No, we don't get paid.
Oh, okay. So that's
we
not
do
for a living.
While you're living. You write scripts while you're living.
But the movie, we wrote that as a joke. And we never even completed it, but it's like absolutely insane.
And
it's like
have O&A seen this?
I don't know. Have they?
Let's see. It opens with Greg, a pasty, skinny little Irish boy.
Well, my friend and I both co-wrote this when we were fans, just sitting around.
What?
Because we weren't able to. The main script we wrote, we were having trouble. We were at a time when we couldn't be filming because our actors quit. So we were just writing different things. We wrote about 50 short things.
This is stalkerish and scary, man.
No, it's just stupid, and it has so many inside jokes in it. That's what makes it funny.
So this starts out with O&A as kids?
Yeah, it's actually a fake.
Yeah, I like this part when Opie yells, "I hate my fucking name."
Well, that's how we got the name. We just made like a continuous storyline to how they met, and it's stupid. The only reason we made it was so that it would be
this friend of yours.
It was never meant to be read.
Is it really you?
Nah, it's this big guy.
Mm-hmm. Big guy that only you can see.
Hobbs.
But
is that why you're Calvin and Hobbes?
I don't know.
You had imaginary friends?
I just said something.
I know, but now
it's all a bit.
Oh, is it? None of this is really happening, is it? You're back in your room high on your drugs. None of this is happening. It's all just a bit, he yells.
No, that's what it is.
The official Opie and Anthony movie.
It's a prequel.
I brought that in as an example of how I and my friend write, so people, because I didn't want to show anyone our actual script before someone read that, because that will give you more an idea how the ridiculous standpoint we come from.
I like this. Anthony, this is the way the film ends. Anthony drops his tool belt, and they embrace, and Opie, and they're both crying. Opie yelling, "Never leave me again, never." Anthony says, "I won't. We'll be together forever."
That's not it. We just stopped making.
Wow, is this creepy weird?
We just stopped making the script. It comes from it comes from a To Kill a Mockingbird like 1950s like really lame standpoint.
Why is there jizz stains all over this?
I don't know. It's been Danny's possession for 3 months.
Are you saying you didn't fuck the script?
No.
Did you find the part where Anthony kills his wife?
No.
I think that's mid-script somewhere.
No, he doesn't. No. This gotta be. It's out of context. This is gonna make me it makes it sound really bad.
I can't imagine it in context.
So you're fantasizing about those two crying and hugging.
No, it was a throwaway script. We wrote like 8 different. We wrote like.
Have they seen it then?
I remember showing it to them. I don't know if anybody actually read it word for word. It might have just been something that they had looked at.
It's stupid.
I think it should be handed over to Master Poe.
You're probably right.
Nothing else will fit in the bill file.
You get this back if none of us get killed, Bill. That's the only way you get this back.
Oh, what's the matter now? They're gonna definitely want to read it now.
And you said it's inspired from To Kill a Mockingbird?
No, it's like that.
Which
1950s,
one is Boo Radley?
It's just meant to. Well, man, I look so bad now.
No.
I knew you were holding on to that.
Had you been asking for it back?
I brought it in so people could read it. I'm not hiding it from anyone. But it's got to be read in context. It's so stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's like every inside joke from the Opie and Anthony show.
Nothing funny here. Just so you know.
Earl, can you turn down your microphone? My God. We heard the countdown blasting through the other headset.
I thought that was one of those things where only we could hear him. Not everybody could.
It was, but he only did it in Danny's headphones.
Oh.
But I could hear it across the room coming out of Danny's headphones.
These cans are so loud it came back into the microphone.
Literally, I was trying to whisper it. I was like 10.
Oh, boy.
I don't fucking care. I'll post that script. It's not something I'm trying to hide. It's just
sure you don't care, man.
We wrote so many different things that involve different people. Like, we just wrote that as a throwaway. It's
Has
stupid.
your doctor seen it?
Nah, that gook. He doesn't read anything I do.
What?
He's a what?
Asian man.
Oh. I guess since you saw Apocalypse Now, that's how you refer to him. Ooh. Odd kid. Well, there it is. A lost generation, Fezzy. Lost on the drugs that we gave him.
That's what it leads to.
Please hand that over to the authorities after what other death takes place here.
After the DNA samples are taken from it.
And here's the interesting thing, Bill. You're still our number one intern. Even after we find out all these things. You're still way better than Bobby and Paulie.
Thank you.
TiVo alerts tonight. Somebody's supposed to be getting killed on Lost. And on Fox on Trading Spouses, The God Warrior, Part 2.
Oh, yeah. Did we ever hear from Al? We were supposed to go out with him for lunch.
He'll be here any minute.
He's coming here?
Yes.
Interesting. Tell him to bring his wallet.
Cover up the foosball table.
That's it for us. Take care, everybody.
The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.